Oh, I mean, it's a drive-through.
It's a drive-through, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-through. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Mark.
They called you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." So, I was like, "Well, we're off to a rip-roaring start here."
Did you say clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that. Almost $15, not quite 15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change or like, putting it in the cash register, whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change, or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah.
And your response was?
$5 and something at
What'd
the
you say?
drive-through. Right?
What'd you say?
I said, "I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said,
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change, yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like,
He wanted his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-through. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What if this is going to sound really horrible, and I apologize, I don't mean to be mean, but what if you could get an extra year of eligibility by getting a judge to give you a temporary injunction because you played for Chad Morris at Arkansas?
Yeah, you wouldn't have to leave town.
No.
Yes, Washington County, you can find a judge that says, you know what, I agree with you, I would like those 2 years back as a fan too.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking. You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, though.
Cheats, steals.
It's a real talk show host.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, Bo, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Community America Razorback Stadium. Who had that on their bingo card?
Well,
Anybody?
I did. because
Anybody?
I sat here and watched you voice it a couple days ago.
Yeah, we had a little inside knowledge. Everyone was sworn to secrecy.
But our reaction came at that moment. Our reaction came internally here at that moment.
And yes, it did,
But
as
no.
a matter of fact.
No, honestly, no offense, I'd never heard of it.
They're big in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And if we, spent more time, I should say if I spent more time in Kansas City, I would probably be more aware of them. I mean, they're all over the Royal Stadium, the Chiefs Stadium. Patrick Mahomes is their spokesman. I mean, evidently
His
they're a pretty
brother
big
works
deal.
for them.
Does he?
Apparently,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Apparently-
He's on the payroll.
Apparently, they're also
Jackson?
Yeah.
they're the title. They have the naming rights of Edwards Man Cave as a Kansas City Chiefs fan as well.
Evidently, that's right.
So that was their first step into
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
They named Edwards Man Cave, and now
can't wait for them
they've
to
taken
build it.
over the stadium.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to build it.
That's
Yeah.
coming.
Well,
If you
They
build
broke
it-
ground and put a sign.
there's
in the
going to be a
ground.
bright neon sign right at the top of it, too.
Great.
But to
Sign me up.
that point, you'd be happy with it, wouldn't you?
Yes.
If they said, "Hey, we're going to put our name on this, but
Exactly.
we'll give you some money or we'll build it for you,"
We're going to
you'd
give
be
you
fine with that.
millions
Yes.
of
You
don't
dollars,
care what the name is.
and
No.
all you got
I
to do
don't
is like
understand the
slap our
outrage.
name up on
It
the
is-
side of the building.
It is interesting how we react to somebody's name that gave us money.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's been
It's like, what the hell? Can't you have a better name?
well,
I appreciate it and everything. but
oh, I know.
it's just
Thank-
just a moment of humor here
Yeah.
for
We're
you know,
we're so flush that
we can
Well,
pick whether we like the names or not.
yeah.
I mean, I get all the reaction, but just for a moment of levity, there's some humor in that to me.
Well, I mean, yeah, there is. It's like, how come you hadn't done it? Well, how come you didn't do it this way? I mean, it's that's just kind of how it works, though.
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been like Motel 6 Stadium.
I was reading where
I mean, it could have.
it's possible.
I mean, not that Motel 6 could afford it, but just
Camping Inn or something
Denny's,
like that.
Denny's.
What was I reading? I was reading Matt Jones's
That's more
article.
of a baseball thing, Denny's,
The Grand Slam.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Denny Baumwalker Stadium.
There you go. Don't
Yeah,
careful
Denny's-
with you.
Denny's.
Somebody just got an idea.
I mean, Dollar General has got to go on something at some point. But it's just not what people expected, I think. And so when it doesn't happen the way you thought it was going to go down, it takes a little getting used to.
That's a really good point. The point of expectations.
Yeah.
Where do our expectations come from? How they
Well-
develop, and then our disappointment or happiness and outcomes based on said expectations.
I remember, and it's not been that long ago, you remember too, Bo, when people said, who's Donald W. Reynolds?
Oh yeah.
Who's
yeah.
Donald W. He's from Vegas, or his media operations in Vegas. He's from Texas. He went to Missouri. I knew that his media outfit owned the Southwest Times Record in Fort Smith for basically all my youth and into my adulthood. So I knew who he was because I work in the media business. But I remember, I guarantee you, 8 out of 10 Arkansans, maybe 9, had never heard of Donald W. Reynolds. So, it becomes part of your vocabulary over time, and you get used to it.
It took forever, I think, for people to actually refer to it, and some people never did, as Reynolds Razorback Stadium.
And it's
It takes
fine.
time.
I
It's
as
just Razorback Stadium.
people,
At
as
the
you,
end of the day.
as
You don't
well,
have to call it anything.
yeah, as people talk as they walk down the street, they're not contractually obligated to refer to it as Community America Razorback Stadium.
That's an idea.
Call it what you want.
That's a whole other fundraising avenue right there. Fines for not saying the name right.
But it's
Like if you at Augusta.
yeah, right. Yeah,
We're
Kick
gonna
you off
get, we're
the
gonna get a
ground.
phone call the
Gonna
first
kick-
time. The
yeah.
first time I referred to it as Razorback Stadium.
Called it the back 9 bar.
That's
You
right.
said bunker.
Patrons.
I'm gonna-
Patrons.
I'm just kidding.
I have no idea. I've become a little more educated, and I must say, we're gonna have Christina Long on the program later this morning. Christina and Matt Jones, and I'm just gonna call them by name. They've really done a remarkably good job at informing us on not only what is happening in relation to Arkansas, but how it compares with what is happening nationwide. If you're an Arizona State fan, for example, I think I read the name as Casino del Sol Stadium next year. Now, that's a mouthful right there. You can get tongue-tied in a hurry. That's why I said it's slow.
Sounds fun though.
You think about, and I also found it interesting that 7 schools in the Big Ten have already done this. We're the 3rd in the SEC. Is there a message there? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, there are 44, according to Matt's article, which he did great research there at wholehogsports.com and talked to some, professionals in the industry about naming rights. 44 FBS stadiums have corporations included in their name. So there's, name rights of stadiums. Only 44. You said
That
three.
includes some
Yes.
NFL stadiums.
Well, they share.
we're the
stadiums.
3rd in the
There's
SEC.
5 NFL stadiums that share with a college football team. 23 of those names have a bank or credit union as part. So a little more than half of all of those. Because as one of the experts that he interviewed said, it's a wealthy industry.
Well, right.
Like, I don't know if you noticed, but everything kind of runs on money.
And most of the time college football stadiums are occupied by people who have the money to buy those tickets, and so it seems to be a good match.
Would you want? Can I just sidebar for a second about something that's annoying me?
What's that?
3% credit card charge
Yeah,
when you pay something over the phone.
yeah, I know.
Like, hey, I need a new washer and dryer.
Well, I think you ought to be able to take your money out of the ATM and not be charged a fee regardless of where you are.
Well,
but that's just
at
me.
some banks you get it refunded.
Yeah.
But the idea
That's
like
just me.
you could have something delivered tomorrow if you pay it by phone over the credit or by credit card over the phone, or you can write us a check or give us cash, but it's not where you are. Let's say it's for your mom, and they're in another state and you're trying to help her out. You get 3%. You get dinged 3% for paying it over the phone.
I know.
What can I so I can mail you a check, and only once the check gets there can we start the order. But this is kind of, it's becoming more and more
I understand
prevalent.
because they got you. They got you.
Yeah.
I have a question. What are you buying over the phone?
Well, in this case, it was a washer and dryer.
Interesting. I just can't remember ever buying anything over the phone.
Well, you could shop.
Well, you're 27 though.
Yeah.
right?
You can
I mean,
you can shop online.
That's why I'm fascinated. by
It's
the
You
not
can
always
shop
been that
online.
way.
right.
You can shop online.
Yes.
You can then look at what you want,
Mm-hmm.
or you might know somebody at the store and they're helping you. They're like, "This is good" or whatever,
I see.
and then they're like, "And we can deliver it, for a very small fee."
Mm-hmm.
And then, but to order it, and it, like, I'm not talking about some corporation here. I'm talking about like a small appliance store, and then it's a 3% credit card.
No,
but I've
that's
just
criminal.
noticed this more and more and more. Well, they're getting hit with 3% for you using your credit card.
Yeah,
And
more,
so
more
they're
and more,
pa-
more and more companies are passing that fee
Well,
off to the.
some restaurants,
Yeah, off to the consumer.
Do you have a credit card?
That's criminal. Yes, I have a credit card. I just don't buy
Just
things over the phone.
Edward's walking in and writing checks and dinner.
No, I don't.
Cash
I don't have
only.
any checks.
Cash only.
But anyhow, it just when I saw this yesterday, it kind of hit me like, just the
I
whole
wonder
money,
if they charge a fee.
money thing goes round and round.
You're ready to switch.
I wonder if they paid this with a credit card, and
You
if
gotta
there's
go
a
to Harps.
3%. I wonder if any sort of credit company got a 3% on this transaction. Because that'd be pretty big. Because we're talking about millions.
Yeah.
Which is another thing everybody wants to know: the exact
How
number,
much are we talking about?
the exact number of how much
Not
it is.
gonna know. Unless they tell you.
Well, I think you're just going to have to do a little deductive reasoning and look at some of the other deals and the comparable places where these have happened. These sorts of deals have happened, and prices have gone up the last couple of years. When some of these deals were done, so you probably have to factor that in a little bit too, and you just have to kind of do a little deductive reasoning.
That's another thing that really makes people upset, and I understand it. I understand, I guess I understand why they don't necessarily announce everything, like what they're paying somebody in NIL and what they're getting in the stadium, because you do, when that happens, set the market for other people to go make more on theirs. But at the same time, when we're such a publicly funded and treated organization, I'm talking about college athletics, the secrecy and privacy that then the layers and the veils that happen after that make it hard for people to just give. Like if you're giving to, let's say, your church, most of the time, unless you're just tithing or whatever, but there's some transparency there.
You know where the money's going.
And at least there should be. And there, in some cases here, people get upset, which I understand, because it's like, well, where's it all going? And by the way, how much do we get for that? And like, if I'm a really wealthy person, I understand business. I'd kind of like to know how are we managing this correctly? Like, what's it all look like?
I think if there'd been a release of figures yesterday, it might have been more palatable to some people, because there was a narrative, and I paid attention as the day progressed, obviously, to what people were saying, and there was a narrative that, and there's become a narrative, not just here, but it's nationwide, that if you don't tell me something, there's a reason. You're either lying to me or you're trying to keep something from me. Sometimes there are proprietary concerns. Anybody that operates a business knows that. That's why people sign agreements and why when they're violated, sometimes people go to jail. So there is good reason for it. Now, having said that, I'll repeat what I just said. I do think if there had been numbers released yesterday, it would have been a lot more palatable to a lot of people. But some of this boils down to, hey, I just want to know. You know, have you ever given to a charity online and gone through the names and you see all the anonymous on there?
Yeah.
Sometimes people just want to give anonymously.
Right.
And sometimes people don't want others to know their financial business. Sometimes that applies to individuals and sometimes it applies to companies. And so if somebody's giving you money, like if you're a charity and someone donates anonymously, you don't say to them, I'm not going to take your money unless you reveal to the world who you are. It doesn't work like that. And so if in this case the company giving you money doesn't want to reveal it, that's their call. You may not like it, but that's their call.
Yeah, that's another great point about why some of it has to be the way it is. We're just trying to figure out that as a state, as a Razorback nation, how to get to where it is everybody wants to go. And by the way, we've got to quit complaining about everything. I mean, like, can anything happen that we don't complain about as a fan base? I mean, like, I'm sure you could tell me some fantasy pipe dream thing that could happen that you wouldn't complain about. You know, like if I said to Bart, gee, Bart, would you ever quit complaining? And he goes, yeah, you know, if somebody left $1 million on my front doorstep in a briefcase, I would not complain about that.
These people would stop doing stupid things. I wouldn't have to
If they
complain.
would have hired the football coach that I wanted, you know, John Gruden, then I wouldn't be complaining.
They had him right there at Powerhouse. They had him right there at Powerhouse.
Well, it's in the parking lot now. It's closed.
Oh, okay.
It's gone.
But I mean, back then they had him right
There's a
there.
parking lot
I mean,
still.
they had him right there.
But other than that, it's the dark cloud that Chuck talks about. It's you know, everything's wrong. First it was well, let's just tell us. I mean, how are you reacting to this?
Yeah,
What are your thoughts?
Well, that's you know, the first reaction I do think yesterday, just being brutally honest, is who? Because they're not a company that's done a lot of business in Arkansas. People didn't know who they were. I think
I'd
who
never heard of them.
I think
Yeah.
who really was the first reaction. I'm going to be brutally honest with you and tell you that was my first reaction. And I don't think it's unnatural, and I don't think it's wrong. I think it's human. But I've also found out a little bit more about them. First thing you did, what's the first thing you did? You got on your computer and found out they had $9 billion in assets. That's the first thing you said.
Yeah.
And so that kind of lets you know that we may not know about them, but they're pretty legit. And then I found out a little bit more about what they'd done in the markets that they had been operating. And they're obviously wanting to expand into Arkansas. Look at the number of stadium names. The soccer games at SoFi tonight. Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
We play tonight.
Why
US
did
plays tonight.
Yes.
Turkey
Yes.
Fox?
Yes.
on Fox.
Is
Yes.
it 9 o'clock?
Yes.
9 o'clock.
All right.
Very good, guys.
How many of you knew? How many of you had heard of SoFi? How many of you had heard of SoFi? It sounded stupid when you first heard it. Mile High Stadium became Invesco Field. How dumb is that? I mean, come on. These things happen. But over time, it just
Nobody
becomes
has
part of your
dumber names for
language.
stadiums than America.
Yeah, well, maybe so. That's true.
We need a nickname. We need a nickname.
But my point is, let's don't act like we've just waded into something nobody else has ever done before.
Exactly.
I mean, you know,
We're just getting started.
I mean, Chiefs fans, what's GIA? GIA. I don't even know what GIA is. What is it? Is it a financial deal? It's
still
got to
have
be a
no
financial deal. It's got to
it
be
was
a
very
financial deal.
confusing for me.
Yeah. But my point is over time it just becomes part of your
I
language.
mean, the Chuck and Bo show is the same way. What the hell's that? I mean, and I'll look at it.
That got me thinking yesterday. We need a
Government
we need a
Employees Health
corporate sponsor.
Association.
You know, the so and so
Well,
so and so
Warfield,
Chuck and Bo show.
We've got Warfield on our
It's the
stadium.
Warfield Distillery Chuck and Bo show.
6:19. Good morning. We're starting now.
You're absolutely right, Bo. But
Thanks. Let's stop there.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Parts. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate for complexity you can taste. A spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available in select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
There's no better place to watch a game than Walk On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, catch all the summer sports action while you cool off with mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus burgers, ice-cold draft beers, and cocktails made for hot days. Incredible food, outstanding service, and a game day atmosphere that never takes a season off. Visit one of the 5 locations across Arkansas today, including Rogers and Fayetteville. Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Just so you know, and we've talked about this from day one on the show, nobody's safe in here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
People were so excited about just our showing up when we said we were going to show up, calling them back. When we gave them a price, the price didn't change throughout the job. The price was what the price was. And so that experience that I've got in the years that I've been in customer service has taught me that if you could just keep your word, people will keep coming back.
It's what Clay Maxey and the people of Teamwork Roofing and Construction are all about. Learn more at teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. Blakeman's isn't just where Arkansas gets engaged. It's where you go to have a wonderful experience.
Every touch point matters. And I think what we show off best is Cafe B. It's Onyx Coffee by Blakeman's. Cafe B, we're offering the best coffee in the country, complimentary. I feel so fortunate to be able to go to work there every day. Big windows, the open lighting, the warm environment, and again, the cafe. It's the best.
Blakeman's, where every day is a diamond. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com. For over 25 years, Pro Land Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, their team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you, your realtor, and your loan officer every step of the way. They're independently owned, so the only priority is you. Their relationships with national underwriters allow them to say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com and get a quote today.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Some people love U of A sports more than their spouse.
Some do.
Let's not name that person.
Oh, I don't think it's a short list. Just so we're clear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Malik Thomas is off the board.
With the 34th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Malik Thomas from the University of Arkansas.
That was Sacramento's pick, right?
Yes.
I was,
Well,
for a second, I was saying to myself, wait a second, are they going to the same team?
I know.
Hang
I don't know
on.
why they do it like that.
The NBA has to fix this. If they're going to make the draft this big televised event,
Yeah, you're right.
they have to fix this. It was especially in the second round. It happened in the first round a number of times, but especially in the second round. If you're just a casual fan looking and you don't know how all the trades are working and everything, and you're just trying to figure out where your favorite player is going to play, you have no idea. You have no idea because they get up there with the
put
wrong hat on, and they don't really announce
it's the
what's
pick,
happening.
but they've already been traded.
Yeah, but the pick's been traded, and so it's like, God, just figure it out, NBA. Get him with the right hat on. Enough of this.
See,
it's a bad television product.
And the thing is, what's surprising about that? I mean, you're correct. And what's surprising about that is the NBA is so good at a lot of their, platforms and products and the things that they put out. It's one of the reasons they're so profitable, even though the games themselves are sometimes less than entertaining. It is a profit machine. But their draft, they are not growing the game with the coverage of their draft. And I'm an NBA fan. I am. I'm not their target demo, but I am a fan. But you're right. They've got to figure it out because it is confusing, and you're not growing any new viewers with the way that they're doing it. They need to change their product up.
So
yeah.
Malik went to Cleveland.
Yeah, he went to
Even
Cleveland.
though it said Sacramento Kings
and
when he got
put
drafted.
a Sacramento hat on.
I think it was actually the right hat last night.
He put the right hat
Yeah,
on.
it was the right hat. They had
But
it
you
right.
see the logo like the
on the screen. The
Yeah.
graphic is the Kings.
Yeah, he was walking out, and the King stuff was all over the screen. It was like purple everything.
Yep.
But
Yep,
he's
that's
not
right.
going to the Kings.
No.
And so that
Would have been a
part
fun
makes
story
sense.
for a second.
Do it like the NFL where they say, so and so's traded their pick to so and so, and bang,
Well, and
Bang.
you know.
by the same thing happened with TB.
Yeah, yeah.
I
was
thought
part
it was
of the
going to be if you were just watching on TV, casually watching, Razorback fan wanting to see where he goes. He's going to the San Antonio Spurs. He's going to Edward Spurs.
Last night,
no, he's not.
If you're at walk-ons watching the game and they've got multiple things on like the World Cup, and so they don't have maybe the audio of the draft, you're sitting there with your buddy and you think Malik Thomas is teammates with Darius Acuff again.
Yeah.
You
Now-
and you think the Spurs got
last
TB.
night
Where
I
did
wasn't-
Brazil end up?
He's going to Denver.
Denver.
But last night I wasn't able to watch
San
the
Antonio.
draft, the first 10 picks or so. And so ESPN sent me a notification that said Spurs select Trevin Brazil. I was like, oh, we must have made another
That's
trade.
pretty cool that they
And then
sent just you.
Well, I have the
Yeah.
favorite
Spurs
team,
notification.
Spurs,
Yeah.
Razorback,
I get Grizzlies
et cetera.
notifications.
Yeah.
You know.
And so it said Spurs select. I was like, oh, we must have made another trade because we moved that second round pick yesterday. And then I logged in and said, nope, it's the pick we traded yesterday to the Nuggets.
So it was even reported wrong to you.
Yes, the notification said Spurs select Trevin Brazil, 35th overall, and then had
This is the world we
stats
live
and
in.
stuff.
Punch up ESPN.com on your phone or on your iPad.
Punching.
And go to round 1 and round 2 where they, list all the picks.
Mm-hmm.
And then look over to the right where they tell you so-and-so traded from
Yeah.
so-and-so, pick via Sacramento through New York. Virtually every player.
It's like a flight itinerary.
Yes,
There's one
virtually
right here.
every player. I mean, every pick is acquired somehow or so-and-so traded him to
Look.
so-and-so.
This one right here, Jason Pierre, guard from SMU,
Yeah.
taken in the second round, pick 28. By the Pelicans from Detroit via New York Knicks, Brooklyn, Phoenix, Orlando, and Clippers.
Yes.
That's what it says.
Yes.
There was only one
So I don't know
second-round
where
pick
he's
that
going.
was not traded.
Now, who's he playing for?
I don't know.
I mean,
Pelicans from
There's
Detroit
only one
via,
second-round pick
Yeah,
that was
he-
not
he
traded.
must be
is that
the
right?
Pelicans.
Only one second-round pick. Either the pick
Yeah, I
or
think
the
it is the
player
Pelicans.
was not involved in a trade.
Jaden Bradley from Arizona
Yeah.
went to Toronto straight
Okay.
up.
Wow.
Give that guy a hand.
Well, he'll be traded. Because Koa Pete, I mean, we talked about Koa Pete. He's been traded twice, hasn't he? Just since the draft?
No, he didn't get drafted.
No, not
Oh no, I'm thinking of.
Koa Pete got drafted late in the first
Yeah,
round.
I'm thinking of.
Koa Pete traded to Phoenix via New York Knicks, but the original pick was Dallas.
Yes.
So
And that has happened in just 24 hours, 48 hours.
Yeah, so he'll be on the Suns.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
He'll be on the Suns. But I thought he was going to the Knicks. But they traded him again.
Yeah, I mean, there's all this.
But on the website, there's a Mavericks logo next to the pick.
Yes. And so it's just totally confusing.
So we're here to clean it all up.
Yeah, no, we're here to make it more confusing, apparently.
Bottom line is Malik Thomas goes to Cleveland with the 34th pick, so the 4th pick of the second round.
And Brazil goes to Denver.
And he goes right after him. Now we got to hit a break. But I'm going to come back to this point. If we were all sitting here talking in the draft process about Malik Thomas not going until the second round and he was going to go about the same place Brazil went, well, more importantly, him, would people feel differently about him staying in the draft? Nobody thought this was going to happen. I mean, it was like, so the other story of the draft from an Arkansas perspective is I think TB went higher than a lot of people thought he would. And Malik went lower. And they went about the exact same spot.
I would not have thought they would have gone that closely together. I thought Malik was going to be a late first-round pick. And by late, I mean like 26, 25.
26 to 30.
Yeah. I mean like really
30,
late.
Yeah.
And I was a little surprised that he wasn't taken by Minnesota. I don't know who actually had the draft pick, the 3rd pick in the second round.
Good luck.
The guy was going to end up in Minnesota. And
Brooklyn traded to Minnesota.
Yeah. I was a little surprised he didn't go there.
You see why that Sham guy has trouble keeping up with it all, Bart?
He's good, though, man.
No, Shams just needs to report the
he
full
is
story.
good.
I called him Sham for your benefit.
That's what I call him, was Shams.
He is good. He does a good job. That's a tough job. There's a lot going on at one point. But anyhow, First Security Bank bringing you the Chuck and Bo Show. Only in Arkansas. How you bank better in Arkansas? First Security Bank. Helping Arkansans in 75 different locations in nearly every county of Arkansas. That you'll find one near you. Just walk in. You don't have to make an appointment. You have a banking question. That's what they're there for. And there are so many banking options now. You can log on to fsbank.com, learn more, or just, again, go into a location. First Security Bank, member FDIC. It's 6:32. Good Thursday morning.
What are you talking about?
Oh, let's just see where this is.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamworks COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. Because when we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
Hey guys. You're having a great show today.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more. And they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Still searching for the perfect summer getaway? Mountain Home Arkansas might just be your answer. Wake up in the Ozark Hills. Hit the White River at sunrise, world-class fishing, hiking, trails, kayaking, and when the sun goes down, it's the kind of quiet you forgot existed. 2 lakes, 1 great town. All right here in the Arkansas Ozarks. Check it out at enjoymountainhome.com. Mountain Home Arkansas, where the outdoors is a way of life.
If fresh seafood is calling your name, Fish City Grill in Rogers has been answering for 20 years. Just check the chalkboard. Fresh fish comes in daily, and the specials are always worth a look. Crawfish season is rolling, the raw oysters are as good as you'll find anywhere in Arkansas, and happy hour runs Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. It's locally owned and worth every visit. Fish City Grill in Rogers, near the Pinnacle Hills Promenade.
Favorite Razorback from the Chad Morris era. Let's do that. We're doing random Razorbacks today. And Dionisio Gomez has the lead. He's the leader in the clubhouse. He is the Razorback of the day.
Brutal.
And we're going to look for your favorite Razorback during the Chad Morris era. Was it Ty Story when he came back with Western Kentucky?
It might have been. It was the loudest cheer of those 2 years was when Ty Story
I think
came
the
back.
crowd was actually rooting for Ty Story in Western Kentucky.
Where's Duval Wally?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Was
Who was a running back in the Chad Morris era? Do we remember any of this?
Boyd.
Rakeem Boyd.
That's the only person I
Wow, from junior college.
Because
From
Debois
Knox
Whaley
GQ.
was he was a Bielema guy, right?
No, he played 1 year with Morris.
Did he?
He played the
Okay.
same year.
Most people did.
Yeah.
Most people played 1 year with Morris. Name the quarterback room for the Chad Morris era. How about that?
Cole Kelly,
Nick
Ty
Starkle,
Story, Nick Starkle, Ben Hicks throws picks.
Ben Hicks. You don't have to take shots at people.
Golly,
You can say,
Bart, come
golly.
on. I mean,
Connor
he did his
Nolan,
best,
Connor
you
Nolan.
know.
Connor Nolan, John Steven Jones,
That's right.
oh, I forgot about that.
That's like 8 quarterbacks.
and none of them won an SEC
Yeah, none of them
game.
panned out, did they?
Jack Lindsay.
Connor Nolan.
Jack Lindsay played. Yeah, that's right.
Connor Nolan.
Now, did Jack play for Lunny? Did Lindsay start when Lunny had taken over?
That's a good question.
I don't recall exactly. I think Lunny might have been the interim then.
Better interim coach, Barry Lunny Jr., John L. Smith.
Well, people have done worse than 4-8. I think it should be probably noted there. I mean, John L. That was not a great year, but people have done
But he
worse.
sure was- he sure
people
was
have done
entertaining.
worse.
Never miss a moment of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Watch us on YouTube, Twitter, every weekday, or stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show. The Sphere, it's hard to describe.
I
know
wanna
many
go.
people,
I
many
wanna
people
go.
have gone. I
Great.
mean, the seats vibrate.
I've been places where the seat vibrates.
Yeah, well,
Not-
that's not
not a concert.
That's not.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We've been doing signature sing-along songs for days now, which has been just, I can't speak for anybody else, but it's just been fun for us. It's been awesome. And we got to switch it up a little bit today. We're going to need a nickname for Community America Razorback Stadium. I'll start. I'm going with the Community.
You gonna head over to the community
You
Saturday?
going to the Community Saturday?
Yeah.
I'll be at the Community.
Was it Calm?
Com-Am. Yeah, Com-Am Razorback Stadium.
I'm gonna go with America. You can go with America.
Yeah. America Stadium.
Yeah, we're gonna go to
if
America.
it was Park,
We're gonna go to
America Park.
Razorback Stadium.
Community America Park would be fun. Like that's got a baseball ring to it. Community America Razorback Stadium. By the way, you probably saw this, but it's going to take 9 to 12 months for the signage to all be complete.
It's still Reynolds Razorback Stadium for the upcoming
This
season.
coming season, it is. That's right.
So it's going to. This is a process.
So make your memories now.
Here's another question for you. Okay, this is a 12-year, 13-year deal. It's basically a 12-year deal.
12-year in terms of the stadium name, I believe.
So we'll skip a year instead of 13. We'll go 12 because this first year is not really going to count.
Right.
And we'll say the same to some degree about Silverfield. I think that's fair. First year, even though in today's world you think everything just flips around, and that can happen. But let's just say get year one to get your bearings about you. All right. So in 12 years of Community America Razorback Stadium, what will be the story of Razorback football over the 12-year span, the lifetime of this agreement? Community America.
Don't stop
Razorback
believing.
Stadium. Well, and we're going to enact that. We've got to make that happen. But we get the Don't Stop Believing signature sing-along song to start the fourth quarter. We've got a new name on the stadium. You got a new football coach. What a time to be alive.
It's a new era.
What's it going to look like in 12 years? What will be the story? I'm really serious about this. I'm interested for answers.
I was just thinking about 12 years ago from now. 2014. We were in that early part of the Bielema era right there, and things were beginning to look up. It had that bad year, 2012, John L., and then Brett's first year was, pretty lousy. 14, I think, is the year we beat Texas in the bowl game down there.
Is that also the year they got their first SEC win? Under Bielema?
Yeah.
They beat LSU.
So my point in going down memory lane there is that 12 years, it doesn't seem like that long a period of time when we remember that era pretty well. But then you also, on the other hand, have to think about, a lot of things have happened since that 2014 season. And not all of them have been good.
That's right. And so what are they going to look like now?
Yeah.
What will the
it's hard to say.
What will the next decade to 12 years of Razorback football look like? Well, I think this is also a good time to check everyone's hope meter. Like, what do you think could happen in the next 12 to 13 years for Razorback football? So that's the life of the agreement. What do we think is going to happen? 877-377-6963. That's the number you can call or text.
It's occurred to me again over the last 24 hours. There's no problem in sports winning will not cure. We'll love this name if the Razorbacks have a good year in football. Like, let's say 2027, we get through Silverfield's first year, second year, they're decent. And who knows what's going to happen. I know some people don't think it will. Some people do think it will. But regardless, what if it does? Nobody's going to care about the name of that stadium. In fact, they're going to like it. So there's nothing out there wins won't take care of. But right now, there have not been enough wins for people to be excited about anything. And that's just the truth. And that's, that's where they are. And they're going to have to win some games. If they win some games, people will love this name. If they don't, they'll hate it.
Man, there's so much truth in winning and how
it's everything.
It
is
everything.
When you're not, you pick it is everything. And the tough part right now is that whether it's right or wrong, we equate financial success with winning on the field. Sometimes they go hand in hand. A lot of times they go hand in hand. We've convinced ourselves we can't have one without the other. And maybe that's true. But I think if you look at our fan base and other fan bases in college football who don't feel as good about things as maybe they did 10 or 15 years ago, the central reason is generally money. And I just think that's what rules our mindset right now. Shame on us for letting it happen, but I think that's what rules our mindset now.
877-377-6963. As we come to you from the Warfield Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery. Now Arkansas, owned and operated. DrinkWarfield.com. If you go there, you can find out where you can pick up Warfield near you. There's restaurants all over the place in Arkansas that have it now. We've got stores where you can pick it up. And we've got a Chuck and Bo tasting coming this afternoon.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So, it's the only way to get ready for the World Cup.
Yeah, well, we can't talk about it,
Well, the
unless we
Warfield.
really know. We need to know
And
more
we
about
thought
it.
afternoon might be a little bit better time than live.
Yeah. Can I just say, too?
I've had it. It's great.
There's just no chance I'm going to make the 9 o'clock start for the World Cup match tonight. Not a chance.
That very meaningful game.
Yeah. Well, I
For
mean,
Turkey.
even if it was the gold medal game or, whatever you call the World Cup final.
The final.
The final. I'd be out. Yeah. The final.
You would not.
Yes, I would be.
You would watch the
It would
Actually,
not.
that's true. You fell asleep
we were
during
playing,
a Knicks playoff game.
I did. I fell asleep before the comeback. So I mean, I'm going to bed at a certain time.
In today's world, you just get up and watch it later.
That's exactly what I did.
And especially if it's 4 a.m. when you wake up.
Exactly what I did.
It's not like you know the news
so
at that
weird,
point,
man.
unless you want to.
What a weirdo.
That is.
I mean, really.
It's like British Open style NBA play.
Yes.
That is so wild when the British Open's on at like 6
I
o'clock.
love it. That was prime time for me.
It is great.
There's
Nobody's
no
better
up.
time than the morning.
Nobody's up except you. And I mean, you're rolling. It's 6:30. Everybody else is in bed, man. You're keyed up. The British Open's on.
great.
It's awesome.
It's so good. Mike's in Fayetteville. Mike, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Can y'all hear me okay?
Very well.
Wow. You're not going to believe this, but I woke at 1:15 this morning, and I was on your show having conversations with you guys about something very similar. And,
That's awesome.
and Chuck's question was, well, what's it going to take to fix it? And
okay.
That's awesome.
Is it money? Is it money? And I just said, well, that's a requirement. It's not the thing that's going to fix this. It's a requirement. But I think over the next 10 to 15 years, unless there's a major cultural change, I think what we're going to find is we're going to vacillate, somewhere in the 5 to 7 to 8 win range, maybe the 3 or 4. Because what we're doing is, it looks like to me, whether it's the stadium naming rights and we get money, or they dress up some other things, we're really playing around the fringes. Because if we consider, what I think about is our competition, and we don't talk a lot about that. We do about the SEC. But really and truly, when you look at our schedule, we don't do ourselves any favors with our non-conference. That's been, I think, more of an attraction with the Notre Dames and the Utahs playing, what maybe some people would rather see versus a real win. I don't know how much. I'd love to get underneath the department to really understand strategically and tactically what's the end game? Is it really wins, or is it really financial first and optics more than anything? And so until you really see a major cultural change where somebody's coming in to revamp it. Now, I'll say on the flip side, and I hate to be a negative and a naysayer on that. I'm not trying to be that. The optimistic side is the upside opportunity at Arkansas, and I'm a lifelong Razorback guy, donor, season ticket holder. For the first time this year, I backed out of that for football because of the product, really. And I don't know where I'm not seeing that cultural change where somebody's coming in to really make a difference. I think we're going to vacillate, and that's kind of who we are.
We'll talk about this, Mike. We got to hit a break. I appreciate the thoughtfulness of the call and the dream. You must be on peptides. Peptides will give you some significant dreams. It's 6:48, the Chuck and Bo Show. We're brought to you by WT Equipment, getting the job done at WT Equipment with Bobcat, New Holland, Hustler, Steel. The legendary Bobcat can help you today. WTEquip.com. Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today. At First Security, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal. When you walk in, call, or click, you're working with people who live here, know the community, and understand what you're trying to accomplish. Whether it's managing day-to-day spending or planning for something bigger, it's real support from real people who care enough to listen. Discover what better banking feels like. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC. Don't be talking down to people, Bart.
I'm going to talk down to people when they're wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At Paschal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Paschal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopaschal.com to schedule.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I can't figure out if Chuck's playing a role here, or this is how he feels, or if he cares at all.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
6:52, Thursday, U.S. World Cup Day. Tonight, 9 o'clock. Bart's been telling us about it all week.
He's got the shirt on.
Appropriately, he's headed to McDonald's to get the World Cup meal, which we do on game days exclusively here on the Chuck and Bo Show to do our part, even though today's game doesn't matter, and we're already moving on to the breakout round, or the knockout round.
Well, country above self.
Called it the breakout round.
Breakout.
What an idiot. It was so professional until it wasn't.
Well, we all knew what you meant.
The brick breaker round.
Yeah.
The knockout round, even though we're headed to that already, and this game isn't important, we can't break routine.
No. We're undefeated.
We got to stay in
What are we,
character.
2-0?
Yes.
2-0?
We got to stay in character, and we need to keep the momentum going. And so we're going to have our pregame meal this morning, as we always do.
Yes.
At least this will be the
World Cup
the second
meal.
time we've
The
had a
World
show
Cup
the day
meal.
of the game, and that's what we're doing. Even though you're not staying up for the game,
but I'm gonna, I'll be thinking about it.
I'm
sure
you will.
No, I will be.
Yeah. Well, what will you be thinking about?
Well, I'm thinking how's Bart going to make this work?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Bart's young. He can stay up late, you know, and still make it in the next morning.
Well, I don't know. You never after the whiskey tasting this afternoon, the Warfield whiskey tasting.
That is true.
Who knows what could happen?
Yeah,
The rest of
I
the
might not make it a 7,
rest of the-
9. Who are we kidding?
I do want to get into Mike's comments earlier. He mentioned unless we have a culture change, we're going to continue to vacillate along the fringes of being any sort of real competitor. And I just want to get into some thoughts on what that means. Malik Thomas off the board. Trevin Brazil off the board. 34th and 35th picks. Malik went to the Cavs. TB went to the Denver Nuggets. And so 3 Razorbacks drafted. Nobody had Malik and TB going next to each other.
Back to back.
In the draft. But, hey, they all went. Good luck to them. We'll get into some headlines coming up, and we're talking about Community America Razorback Stadium. Looking for nicknames. Got one, Cars. That's the initials of it all. Going to Cars.
Yeah.
I like the Community.
The Community.
We're headed to the Community to watch the game.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You know, I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Are you or a loved one struggling with addiction? There is hope. John 316 Ministries is a free, faith-based 501c3 program that has helped more than 3,000 people transform their lives over the past 23 years. This long-term inpatient program includes lodging, counseling, medical care, and job training, all at no cost to you. In a period of 6 months to a year, you could graduate with a trade, a purpose, and a fresh start. A spiritual boot camp for men and a safe refuge for women. Log into john316thecure.com.
In a world full of shortcuts, One whiskey, refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I think it was Saturday. I went to go get something for lunch, right? And I went to a local establishment that has a drive-thru. I wanted a cheese. Right?
Is it a fast food place, or they just have a to-go lane?
No, I mean it's a drive-thru.
It's a drive-thru, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-thru. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Mark. They called you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." So, I was like, "Well, that. We're off to a rip-roaring start here."
Did you say clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that. Almost $15, not quite 15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change or like, putting it in the cash register, whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change, or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah.
And your response was?
$5 and something at
What'd
the
you say?
drive-thru. Right?
What'd you say?
I said, "Well, I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said,
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change, yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like, what is?
He wanted his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-thru. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Believe me, Chuck's called all the games. I mean, if you think you had a bad time last year, don't try to get on a freaking microphone and talk about the same crap for 3 hours. So if anybody has a reason to be negative, it's us.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking. You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, though.
Cheats, steals.
It's a real talk show host.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, well, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
With the 35th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Trevin Brazil from the University of Arkansas.
There it is. TB goes 35th. Just before that, he went to the Nuggets. Just before that, Cleveland gets Malik Thomas at 34. Here's Malik.
The work's going to show for itself. So in due time, everybody going to wake up and realize.
Everybody's going to wake up.
They're going to wake up and realize.
We're waking up and realizing right here at 7:02 on the Chuck and Bo Show that the World Cup McDonald's breakfast has arrived.
Yeah, it's good.
Thanks to the ProLand
USA
Title Breakfast Fund. I don't know if you've noticed this, Chuck, but Edward was scurrying around. Bart went and got breakfast. Edward is scurrying around, serving everything, napkin, straw, drink, hash brown, McMuffin, biscuit, whatever. And we have World Cup meals.
Collectible cups.
Collectible cups. And I mentioned to Edward, just in passing, that Bart had taken the lead on the Community Service Award on the Chuck and Bo Show. And by community, I meant our community serving here in the building.
You know,
the Servant Leadership Award.
Culture is an overused term, but this is the culture of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah.
Breakfast, I'll go get it. Here, let me pass out the breakfast.
Right.
Let me be the one to serve you. And that's the kind of culture that we set here.
Edward
now, I never
was
moved.
disappointed to
but-
find out. Well,
You know,
I've seen you reach for your wallet a time or two.
I have.
A time or two. You say thank you.
I get alligator arms.
You say thank you.
Yeah. No, I do say thank you.
And but Edward heard he was trailing Bart, and so when Bart got back with breakfast, he
I know.
snatched the bag up
Yeah,
and
he
started
did.
serving
He
everybody.
says, "Let me." He said, "Let me." And
Let me.
Me and
that's
Bart-
culture.
I'll go first.
That's culture, right
That is
there.
culture.
Bart and I are united front. Nothing you say or do can divide us.
You wear the matching
I've said
shirts.
this before.
You guys have
Step
the
brothers
matching
look
shirts
working over there today.
That's right.
You know, Edward, the one thing that I'm still really disappointed about is you're not on camera. Like it is just I lose sleep at night over it.
No,
There's a
you
camera, right? I do. It's a television product on YouTube, and we got one part of the studio that has a camera that's not used. And I'm just wondering, like, do we need to sell it at auction? Do we
I need
to-
like a longer USB-C cord or something. I don't know.
That's a simple fix.
So, I mean,
Chuck, do you want to put that on your list?
Bart's got 5 of those in his office.
and he's got 2 of them in his pocket.
Well, the problem is there's 2 of us over here occasionally, and the computer moves from one area to the other. So I don't know where that one would go.
Just
know?
get
It's
a
gotta
wide
be,
shot.
It's got to be plugged in somewhere.
Just get a wide shot and figure it out. So you get the whole area. I mean, this is professional
Get the
stuff.
Jerry Palm sign in there too.
This is
While you're
professional
at it.
stuff. Yeah, like figure it out. This is professional stuff.
Okay. It'll be fixed tomorrow.
Thank you. Perfect.
Will
Going in.
that get me tied with Bart for the last week of the month?
I think we just got to.
There's a small trophy on
You want me to Lysol
There's
wipe
a
your
small
desk?
trophy.
I think we decide.
What
we
can
make
I
these
do?
Decisions at the end of the month. Well, you can start by getting that camera. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the last 45 seconds, but I just kind of laid it out for you. No, listen. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a lot to react to today. In the middle of June. Well, it's not the middle of June. It's the dang near end of it. June 25th. Thursday, we got a World Cup game tonight. We got our World Cup breakfast here from McDonald's thanks to ProLand Title. Let me just tell you about ProLand Title real quick. They've got 45 offices in Arkansas. They're independently owned, so that means they get to put you first. They don't have to answer to other law firms, real estate companies. They're going to do what's best for you. And because of their relationships with a huge range of national underwriters, they can say yes to a lot of things others can't. So when you're closing, find out about ProLandTitle.com. Get them to help you close. ProLandTitle.com is the website. ProLand Title, cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. So the stadium rights, we're getting your thoughts. 877-377-6963. What's your general reaction? You happy? People have been asking, are we going to sell these rights? We need more money, so are we going to sell these rights? By the way, we're only one of 3 teams to have a corporate name on our stadium.
In the SEC.
In the SEC.
Yeah.
44 all over the country have corporate names on their stadium, which is not a huge number. It's about a third of D1 college football programs. 23 of those 44 schools, corporate name is a bank or a credit union.
Yeah. 14
big business
credit unions,
finance,
and 6 of those are in the power conferences. And I thought that was interesting. And you know, again, in the SEC, Kentucky has sold Kroger, and there's a Nashville bank that's had the name on Vandy Stadium since I think 2022. We're the third in the SEC. 7 schools in the Big Ten have sold naming rights. I think this is interesting, and I think that, you know, in this money race that we're in right now in college football, like for example, I didn't know Indiana. You know, Indiana was Memorial Stadium. You know, you talk about people being upset about a name change. Think about Indiana, where it was Memorial Stadium, a stadium memorializing our war dead. They sold it to, I think, a financial institution. You know, 20 years, $50 million. I doubt anybody's complaining about that right now. So I do wonder, when you look at the national trends in this area, is the SEC being left behind? And beyond that, is that part of the reason we've spent the last 2 months talking about how the Big Ten's passed the SEC? I don't know the answer to those questions. And just for the record, I don't like the idea of stadium names being sold. Just personally, I don't care for it. But I don't get to make the rules. And if you think that, we're going to turn the clock back and make it like it used to be, you need to give up that notion, because it's not going to happen. So respectfully, I think maybe we need to kind of change our opinion on this a little bit. I was surprised by Community America because they've not done business in Arkansas. My guess would be if you had a financial institution in our state that was trying to move into another state and they bought the naming rights to a stadium and nobody had ever heard of them, you might get a similar reaction. I'm old enough to remember lots of name changes over the course of my lifetime, and all of them sounded silly at the beginning. And then as time passes, they become part of your vocabulary. But I do think some of the things, and I will admit, I didn't know this. And there's, I'm going to guess, lots of people that weren't aware that, did you know there were 7 schools out there in the Big Ten that had sold their stadium naming rights? I didn't. People have said for months and months and months, Hunter's missing the boat. Got to go sell those naming rights. Well, how come only 2 others in the SEC have done it? If it's the answer, as a lot of people have portrayed it to be. It's part of the answer. It's part of the future. As distasteful as that may be to some people, it is part of the future. And you better get on. And I've had to change my way of thinking on that. And I just kind of think this is where we are right now.
I just kind of wonder how people are reacting to it, because I have not gone on social media to find out, because I don't also think that is the really true indication of how people feel. I think people that just want to give opinions, at a drop of a hat will go on social media and they'll let everybody know how they feel. And I'm not saying there's necessarily anything wrong with it. I just don't know that it's an indicator of how the fan base feels overall. So I don't know.
You're right.
If you want to
that.
weigh in
You're
today,
right about that.
I mean, tell me how you feel, but about this, or does it even I don't know, make you want to react? The other thing that happened today as part of this whole conversation was Mike called in. I thought it was thoughtful. He made a comment that unless something culturally changes, we're going to just continue to vacillate in the same place we've always been. Maybe we win 5 games, maybe we'll get up to 8, but really, that's what we're doing. And when he brought that word up, and you've said it, culture's an overused word, but we do have this, change it to vibe. We have this vibe in our state that right now is opposite of who we really are. Like, I don't go to events or the grocery store or wherever, community places, and just feel like we're an overwhelmingly negative state. I never feel like that. I love living here.
That's a good point.
I feel like it's a great place to live. People are generally kind. We're all looking to enjoy life, and we enjoy the small things. We enjoy a sunset. We enjoy the stars. Like, we live in Arkansas. And when we get onto this Razorback topic, it's like we all turn in to a bunch of negative Nellies about whatever. And we just grumble and complain and act like the whole world is wrong. And there's some merit to that, because there have been a lot of things that haven't really happened positively. But when he said that, unless this changes, it made me think somebody, and we got to be a part of it, somebody's got to change the mentality and the culture of our mindset as it relates to the Razorbacks. And I'm not saying that the Razorbacks don't have anything to do with it. They do. And, it from the president to the chancellor to the AD, something's got to change, and then we've got to be a part of that, to where we quit talking about everything from a negative standpoint. Our first reaction to generally anything that happens with the Razorbacks unless they won a game, is negative. Unless there's a decided outcome that you can react to that was positive. It seems to me we have way more people reacting negatively than positively. And it's a bit confusing because I just don't think that's the personality or the vibe or the culture of our state. And it's like, if there's this little negative part of you, the Razorbacks pull it out. But that's our like auto response now. That's our reflex.
Default.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of the reflex. It was so predictable yesterday for people who share their opinions to bitch and complain about getting something done that everybody's been complaining not getting done.
I know.
Like, just go pick the names all over the country on stadiums that you love. They're names of corporate companies. Oh,
No,
well,
you're right.
Well, it wasn't a local company. Well, I love our local companies. But if Walmart, Razorbacks, like, what's great about that?
Why would Walmart do that?
Well, I
They
agree.
don't need to.
Well, they're already on the
Advertising
deal.
is about, like, we need to advertise our products. We need to let people know we're out here. Walmart doesn't need to do that.
They're on the
Community
field.
America does. They're moving into Arkansas.
Out of the goodness of their marketing
Yes,
budget, they're on the field.
That's what people are asking for. They're asking for people out of the goodness of their heart and out of their Razorback fandom to get on board. That's not how business works. Even if you're operating in your own backyard, that is not how you base, that's not what you base your decisions on. It's perfect for a company like Community America who is expanding into Arkansas. What better way to get your name out there than to attach yourself to the most enduring brand in the history of our state, the Razorback? It's a smart business move, but it is a business move, and you can't lose sight of that.
877-377-6963. We may get back to the music today. That's a good vibe. Can you play Chuck's song? Can
we get Timmy Trumpet going?
Can we get get Timmy Trumpet, or we can get
the Turkish
we can't play the turkey song today. We play turkey. Come on.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Come
that
on.
would be a bad vibe. That'd be a bad vibe.
God darn it.
But we can do Timmy Trumpet.
I guess we're gonna play the national anthem at some point. This
We
morning.
are.
So get
Fight
ready.
song too.
Ready for that?
There we go.
There it is. I started 2 meetings like this yesterday, Chuck. I really did.
Everybody hold your hands up. Fourth quarter. Here we go.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it right here.
Bo wasn't joking, by the way. He did start yesterday's meeting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It's worth it.
And we all sat there.
Next time you pull
Look
up
at
to
Bo, here's
McDonald's,
an idiot.
next time you go to McDonald's to get the World Cup meal, Bart, just have this queued up, and when they welcome to McDonald's, just play this.
Blare it.
Just play it.
That's my new favorite song.
And then about 10 seconds in, you can say, now I'm ready, and start giving your order. 7:17, good morning. I don't even know now. I don't even know what I was about to say.
I mean, we were talking about.
It was profound.
What were we talking about?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American Single Malt Whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available in select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
He's Chuck Barrett. He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
People were so excited about just our showing up when we said we were going to show up, calling them back. When we gave them a price, the price didn't change throughout the job. The price was what the price was. And so that experience that I've got in the years that I've been in customer service has taught me that if you could just keep your word, people will keep coming back.
It's what Clay Maxey and the people of Teamwork Roofing and Construction are all about. Learn more at teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. Blakeman's isn't just where Arkansas gets engaged. It's where you go to have a wonderful experience.
Every touch point matters. And I think what we show off best is Cafe B. It's Onyx Coffee by Blakeman's. Cafe B, we're offering the best coffee in the country, complimentary. I feel so fortunate to be able to go to work there every day. Big windows, the open lighting, the warm environment, and again, the cafe. It's the best.
Blakeman's, where every day is a diamond. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I'm right. No, Arthur. I'm right. I am right. Go look at it. Go look it up. Do the research and then come back.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
And then come back. Only after you've done the research. Yes. Bart's got a mouthful of breakfast. We've got the World Cup meals happening here.
We got these cups going, too. You get these souvenir cups.
I didn't open mine yet. You want me to see
yeah, see who you got. Edward says the one I have and the one Riley has is like the young up-and-coming star of soccer.
If you get Grimace, I'll trade you for my Ronaldinho. I really want the Grimace cup. That doesn't look like Grimace.
Davies.
Yeah, Alfonso Davis. He's Canadian.
Yeah.
Who's
spelled Davies?
Davies.
It's Davis. Like that. That's the British spelling of Davis.
He's like the third baseman for the Giants. What was his name? Miller?
Bill Miller. Yeah. Southwest Missouri State.
Yeah, spelled it Muller.
Who's Lamine Yamal?
Called Miller.
Am I saying it right? Lamine Yamal?
Yes.
Oh, right. It just rolls off the tongue. Yamil Yamal.
He's 18.
Yeah.
He plays for...
got dyed blonde hair.
Plays for who? Spain?
Yeah, he plays for Spain.
He's a
He's
Spaniard.
kind of like the
like
next big thing.
He's an up-and-coming...
What a guy.
I don't know if you saw
very
that.
similar path to Messi when he was 18.
Really?
There's actually a viral photo going around right now of Messi when he was 18, like giving this kid like a bath in like a baby bath. It's the weirdest thing. It's not AI.
It does sound weird.
It's like a...
I'm just going to tell you, it sounds weird.
Yeah, he was like with the parents, and it was like some kind of like photo shoot.
Oh, my God.
Yeah?
Yes. No, I'm being serious.
Somebody on the text line says they have the Grimace cup.
Oh, I will trade you for Ronaldinho.
Way to dig us out of that, Bart.
What are you doing with these cups? Like, you collecting?
I'm collecting them all.
All right.
Got to catch them all.
Just kidding. No, but if I had to pick one, I'd want the Grimace one.
I got Captain America. I got Christian Pulisic.
That's a good one.
That's a sign.
I'd go. I'd want that one too.
Yeah.
You want to trade for Ronaldinho?
Sure don't. Thank you for the offer.
Yeah, there you go. You
Trade
got the
Pokemon
text.
cards.
Oh, jeez. Well, there you go. Breakfast is served. Breakfast of actual champions.
Chuck, are you a
World
big,
Cup
are you a big
breakfast.
Pokemon guy? Is that
No.
is that what we're learning here?
There was
you
some
got a
sarcasm
big,
there.
got a
if you
big
didn't
collection
detect
of
it.
cards.
No, there was some sarcasm there. if you
Dadgum, I
didn't
totally
detect it.
missed my day on the notes here. National Strawberry Parfait Day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily strawberries, but
Yeah. It's National Bomb Pop Day too.
good yogurt parfait for
That's
breakfast.
like the
Is
sign
Bomb
of
Pop
summer.
the one where you have the red, white, and the blue on? That's the big one.
That's the true sign of summer right there.
Yeah,
is when
it
you
really
start seeing the.
You
Bomb
got to hear that
Pops.
music. You got to hear the popsicle man.
the ice cream truck.
The popsicle man's music.
Just because I don't say it like you doesn't mean people don't understand what I'm saying.
Exactly. It's just
Oh, man.
National Handshake Day.
Yeah. Enjoy good handshake.
You have a special handshake. Like you see those. Malik Thomas had a special handshake going
That
with
was-
somebody
that was-
yesterday.
that was over the
a
top.
lengthy handshake.
It's a lot going
I
on.
mean,
There's
there
got to be a
was
limit on the length
Right
of a
after he
handshake.
But you know, I've noticed this too in a lot of basketball games, NBA games. These guys will go up and down the line,
Oh yeah, they got.
and
they gotta
every
have-
player's
yeah.
got their own handshake. And it's like, how do they remember all that? But they do. I mean, they do.
They may not remember their assignment on defense, but they're
Yeah.
going to remember the
Yeah,
handshake.
well, yeah. I mean, you
How
got to
do
have
they
your
do it?
priorities in order.
How do they do it? That was a long one. That was a lot going on. I don't know. Yeah, that was. I thought that was exceptional. That was.
It was choreographed.
It was like, do you even have time to hug after that? Because that was 30 seconds.
Yeah. Well, the hug was anticlimactic
After
after all that.
Yeah, the handshake.
I mean,
that is.
That's
the
a
hug.
commitment. That's a commitment.
That is the hug.
Yes. It's actually more of a commitment than a hug. You don't have to learn a hug.
What would
You got to
happen?
learn the handshake.
What would happen if you and I learned a handshake like that? We did that.
Start
in
the show
public.
every
yeah.
game.
Yeah, we just.
All right,
every-
see you, man.
yeah,
There's Bo. We go.
just do the- It's just like, will we look like a spectacle or what?
What a couple of dorks.
I would. I now need to see this.
Yeah. Well, maybe you and Bart. I can see Bart having a handshake with everybody on the crew.
Oh,
He
I can
walks up
see
to
that.
you, does
I can
yours.
see
He goes up
that.
to me, that's mine. Goes over to Edwards, that's his.
Riley's got a special handshake.
Riley's got some. Yeah, they do like the, you know.
Do you have a
something where
special handshake when
you
you go to
mirror,
work?
you know.
You know? No.
No.
We should do. We got to
I'll
do it.
work on
We
it.
should
I'll
do
work
a
on
Chuck and Bo show family TikTok.
Oh my gosh,
How
that
many-
would be fun.
How many views do you think that would get? And what percentage of those views are people that hate us?
100.
You think there'll be a snide remark or two in there?
Yes, I do.
That's funny.
That's like the virtual dunk tank. that's what that would be.
I think if Chuck was doing TikTok dances like on Facebook, it would get so
Oh.
many views.
Oh.
People would love it.
Are you kidding me? It would break the internet.
Exactly.
See, I don't need that kind of affirmation. Some people need to be affirmed through
Yeah.
things like that. I'm not one of those people.
It's just giving the people what they want. It's like the walk and talk after the
people
Sweet
what they
16
want.
2
Yes.
years ago.
Yes.
I mean, just people loved it.
Yes.
People loved it.
If you started walking talks, with all due respect to Trey Biddy, nobody would know who he was anymore. The Chuck Barrett walk and talk? Are you kidding me?
I don't know how he does that without falling. I mean, seriously, I keep waiting on some time for Trey to like step off the sidewalk
mastered it.
wrong and like go down.
He's mastered
That's what
it.
I
He
would
takes,
do.
he takes the same route every
Because
time, so that he does
the whole time I
Oh,
was
shoot.
recording
He
that,
knew
we
it
were.
anywhere.
Where were we? San Francisco? I forget. Somewhere out west. We're in this arena. The whole time I'm recording that, I'm like stealing peaks because I don't want to like run into the deal, and I don't want to run into a barrier in front of me or the wall.
That'd make the video even better.
I don't know how he does that. I keep waiting on him to like fall off the sidewalk.
He could. Trey Biddy's been doing this for so long, and he's so good at it. He could step around landmines while doing it.
I want to see him
Just
walk up and down the
definitely
bleachers.
move his way through
How many
a field of
takes?
landmines.
How many takes if you're going to do a post game? I'm going to walk down the bleachers.
It's
while
not.
I'm
No,
walking
it's not a
and talking.
perfect thing. You just seem stammer around.
But you
can
don't want
thought-
to
your
fall
inner
down.
thoughts-
You don't want to fall.
I mean, sometimes that could actually add to it.
I'm not saying it wouldn't add to it. I'm just saying you don't want to do it.
Hey, speaking of not falling down, if your roof is falling down from all the weather and you need help getting a new roof on, Teamwork Roofing and Construction wants to help you. They do remodels, they do cabinets. They are licensed, they're insured, and they use certified materials, and they put on complete roof systems. And if you need help, they have financing opportunities available for you. 0 down, 0% for 12 months, low fixed payments over time, no payments at all for 60 days. Maybe you need help with your deductible. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get more information today. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality and powered by teamwork. Yes, Bart.
No, we got to hit a break. We're past due for a break.
Yeah,
It can
but
wait.
when
It
you
can
want to
wait.
talk, breaks
Just
wait.
do it real quick.
Yeah, do it.
Was there a time when you could smoke in McDonald's?
Oh, yeah. You can
Okay.
smoke everywhere.
Time where you could smoke anywhere.
Okay.
We'd be smoking in the studio right now. Every one of us.
We got a text that said, have a McDonald's ashtray.
Yeah, those little tin ones.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I did not know what that
You want to
was
do
about.
it? You want to do it sometime?
No.
You want to just
They
go
have these-
smoke at
They have
McDonald's?
Not
these
really.
little tin ashtrays.
Not really.
And they had those annoying smoking section or the non-smoking sections. Yeah, they had those there.
Okay. I didn't know
It
that.
just threw me back to 1998.
Hey,
Getting
seriously.
hired, Mike Nailing on it,
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette,
Yeah.
in the Clarion Inn, in the
Hey,
atrium.
Absolutely.
While we were having
I
breakfast.
found there's like aluminum
Absolutely.
ashtrays here. I found some on
Yeah,
eBay. that
I'm
I could
telling
order.
you.
$13.
Really?
Yeah.
For how many?
Well, just one.
Are
From
you
Aldi's.
serious?
Well, this is the
These things are like
this
2
is
inches
the
wide.
First result. I need to do some more scrolling. Ooh, they have an amber glass ashtray from the 70s. Now that's pretty cool.
Oh, ashtrays. Used to, you'd have one of those
This
like in the
one's
middle
almost
of your coffee table.
$400.
All right, we got a break. We're going to have Christina Long on next. Whole Hog Sports. She wrote about the stadium naming rights. We'll go get the takeaways next on the Chuck and Bo Show. 7:30. Good morning. Yeah, see, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to sports and work, we all understand preparation, performance, and recovery. And that's exactly how the Sweat No Edge works. I'm in the program myself. I've told you about it before. It's designed for men who want to stay competitive as they age with hormone therapy for low testosterone, peptide therapy, metabolic testing, in-body scans, weight loss, and so much more. If you want to feel like you once did, get the free consultation. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com or just search the Sweat No Edge.
If fresh seafood is calling your name, Fish City Grill in Rogers has been answering for 20 years. Just check the chalkboard. Fresh fish comes in daily, and the specials are always worth a look. Crawfish season is rolling, the raw oysters are as good as you'll find anywhere in Arkansas, and happy hour runs Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. It's locally owned and worth every visit. Fish City Grill in Rogers, near the Pinnacle Hills Promenade.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more. And they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Still searching for the perfect summer getaway? Mountain Home Arkansas might just be your answer. Wake up in the Ozark Hills. Hit the White River at sunrise. World-class fishing, hiking, trails, kayaking, and when the sun goes down, it's the kind of quiet you forgot existed. 2 lakes, one great town. all right here in the Arkansas Ozarks. Check it out at enjoymountainhome.com. Mountain Home, Arkansas, where the outdoors is a way of life.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Favorite Razorback from the Chad Morris era. Let's do that. We're doing random Razorbacks today. And Dionisio Gomez has the lead. He's the leader in the clubhouse. He is the Razorback of the day.
Brutal.
And we're going to look for your favorite Razorback during the Chad Morris era. Was it Ty Story when he came back with Western Kentucky?
It might have been. It was the loudest cheer of those 2 years was when Ty Story came back.
I think the crowd was actually rooting for Ty Story in Western Kentucky.
Where's Duval Wally?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Was
Who was a running back in the Chad Morris era? Do we remember any of this?
Boyd.
Rakeem Boyd.
That's the only person I
Wow, from junior college.
Because
From
Debois
Not
Whaley
Chance
was he was a Bielema guy, right?
No, he played 1 year with Morris.
Did he?
He played
Okay.
the same year.
Most people did.
Yeah.
Most people played 1 year with Morris. Name the quarterback room for the Chad Morris era. How about that?
Cole Kelly,
Nick
Ty
Starkel.
Story, Nick Starkel, Ben Hicks throws picks.
Ben Hicks. You don't have to take shots at people.
Golly,
You can say,
Bart, come
golly.
on. I mean,
Connor
he did his
Nolan,
best,
Connor
you know.
Nolan, Connor Nolan, John Stephen Jones,
That's right.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's like 8 quarterbacks.
and none of them won an SEC
Yeah, none of them
game.
panned out, did they?
Jack Lindsay.
Connor Nolan.
Jack Lindsay play, yeah. That's right.
Connor Nolan's in,
Now,
in
did Jack
AAA.
play for Lunny? Did Lindsay start when Lunny had taken over?
That's a good question.
I don't recall exactly. I think Lunny might have been the interim then.
Better interim coach. Barry Lunny Jr., John L. Smith.
Well, people have done worse than 4-8. I think it should be probably noted there. I mean, John L. That was not a great year, but people have done
But he
worse.
sure was. He sure
people
was
have done
entertaining.
worse.
Never miss a moment of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Watch us on YouTube, Twitter, every weekday, or stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show. Arthur is in Vermont. Hogs play tonight. Arthur, good morning.
Good morning. I'm owning the day, but I can't really say I'm happy about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It is 7:36, and Christina Long is joining us. Talk about the stadium naming rights. She's been on this for months and months and months, and I was waiting for them to announce it so she could release the story. Matt Jones also wrote a nice article at WholeHogSports.com. Christina, good morning. Thanks for coming on with us. We hope you're well.
Hi, Christina.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me.
I'm sure this has been just a boatload of fun writing about the stadium naming rights. I kid, but what were some of your takeaways with what you discovered in covering the story leading up to the announcement yesterday, and then ultimately coming with the announcement? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think this was it has been an interesting time, especially because we all kind of knew that it was coming this month because officials had said that it would be coming out in June. Then we found out it was coming yesterday. And so I think there was a lot of sort of guessing, and I was trying to think leading up, like, who do I think it's going to be, and who do I think it's going to be? And, you know, everybody, and I heard you guys talk about this a little bit earlier, I think everybody was expecting one of the big Northwest Arkansas or just Arkansas companies to get involved in this. And I was kind of expecting that just because it feels obvious. But then this name comes out, and the more I've thought about it, the more, and this is something that Hunter Yurachek told me, and I actually understand this, which is what you guys were saying about, you know, a Walmart, a Tyson, a whoever, they already have a presence in the state. Everybody in the state knows them. They have a presence in the stadium. For Walmart and Tyson specifically, a significant one with their logos on the field. And that was a pretty landmark deal for Arkansas when that came out a couple of years ago. Tyson's gone the jersey patch route. That's a huge commitment and a big deal for them. So there's just not a lot of benefit for a lot of those brands that are already really well established. I mean, the banks specifically, some people have been saying, if you were going to do a financial thing, why not do one of the many banks that's in Arkansas? Hunter Yurchak told me that he specifically said Arvest was approached, and I'm sure there were others too. And, you know, they went to some of these companies, and for, you know, different reasons, a large one of them, I think, being that this is, you know, stadium naming rights deals are significant chunks of money. And if you're going to spend that significant chunk of money, like you guys were saying, it's probably not going to be out of the goodness of your heart. You need to get some ROI. You need to have some benefits for that. And I think for a company like Community America, everybody's been saying, well, I've never heard of them. That's the whole point. They know you haven't. And that's why they're putting their name on a stadium. That's why they're spending apparently a bunch of money to do this. So I think I understand, where some of the maybe confusion or the idea that a company, an Arkansas-based company, a company that's full of Razorback people should be doing this is because for so long stadium names have been given to people, individuals or families or foundations who have given a big chunk of money, usually for a construction project. And so often that is somebody who is a longtime supporter of a program. And so I think maybe that's where that's coming from, like somebody like a Donald W. Reynolds who, you know, his name's on all kinds of stuff. I went to journalism school at Missouri in a building called the Donald W. Reynolds Journalism Institute. You know, like his name's on all kinds of stuff, but his name was on this building for, 25 years. And so I think people are maybe used to the idea that a stadium name, people give the money to, to support something, as, kind of a donation. And that's not what a corporate name is. A corporate name is an advertising deal, and that's what this is.
Let's talk a little bit about Community America for just a minute. I'm sure you've done some background there. The thing that I think is interesting that I'm not sure a lot of people realize is this is far from their first foray into sports. I mean, they've been a player in the Kansas City area in terms of sports marketing for quite some time.
Yeah, they mentioned that yesterday, which I didn't realize that until the CEO was talking about it, that they have a big sponsorship with the Chiefs. They're, the official bank or whatever it is of the Chiefs. And I guess they've got a deal with Patrick Mahomes specifically as a spokesperson. So yeah, they've been involved in sports. They understand, how marketing through sports teams and through athletes can benefit you. It's interesting that, but honestly, it makes sense that you're trying to break into Arkansas. What is our pro team? It's the Razorbacks here. So it makes sense that if you're trying to move in here and you're trying to get your name established in this area in this region, they're expanding into Texas too, and obviously, Arkansas has a lot of connections to Texas, so helps them a little bit there. So I think it makes a lot of sense, and I understand why they were interested in doing this.
The point about reaching outside of our state and not hitting up the same people, you're really expanding your financial donor base, or in this case, advertising base, which to me is a win, that you're able to do that. Did you get a sense of how significant or insignificant in some people's minds this might be from a financial standpoint? I know that they're not releasing the figures of this, but you've also looked around the country and seen what these kind of rights are going for. So does that give you any indication or feeling on how Arkansas did here?
Yeah, so these deals are really interesting. Schools typically, across the board can get about 1.5 to 4-ish million per year for these deals. And they're hard to compare one-to-one because some deals include multiple venues. Some deals, I think Washington, they had a $4.1 million deal that expires at the end of this month that included their football stadium and their basketball arena. So sometimes there's stuff like that wrapped in there. So they're all a little bit different, but that's typically the going rate. And Hunter Yurchak had said, he told the Board of Trustees last September that he thought Razorback Stadium could get between $4 and $5 million. And my coworker, Matt Jones, asked him yesterday, hey, you said in September, $4 to $5 million. Given that, are you satisfied with the number you got? And Hunter kind of laughed, and he said, I can't remember the exact quote, but he basically said this was a benefit. He said this is what it was. He said it was a favorable agreement for the university. So does that mean it's between 4 and 5? Maybe. They're trying to keep that pretty locked down, but I think, it sounds like this is about on par. They were, when they were doing the tour around the state with Ryan Silverfield, they were talking about this being the biggest naming rights deal in college football, which if that's true, the biggest I have found is USC, which hilarious because I had no idea that the Coliseum has a naming rights agreement because everybody just knows it as the Coliseum. But it's United Airlines Field at LA Memorial Coliseum, and that's a $4.3 million deal that they signed in 2019, and that's the biggest that I've found, which is hilarious because I don't know how many people. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know how many people know it's called United Airlines Field, so they're paying a lot of money for people to not know that. But that's the biggest I found. So if it's bigger than that, that's a lot.
I also was, and if you just think about it, it's obviously logical, but how long it takes and the amount cranes and all this that have to come in and like remove signs, put the new signs up, it made me wonder, and I don't know if anybody asked about this, but how much does it cost to change the name? And how much do you net out of the deal after you've paid, I don't know, $1 million or a couple million to remove the signs and put the signs up?
I'd like to have that sign contract. I want to be the one to take them down and put them up because you're right. I mean, that's not going to be free.
Yeah, and they were telling me there's one like inside. I think they might be changing that Home of the Razorbacks sign that's in there because they mentioned that there's one they've got to change inside the stadium that lights up, and that's the only one I can think of that lights up that's inside. And so those letters, if you want new, you got to take those down. If you want new light up letters, you got to wire all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Somebody, Sports Business Journal wrote about this, and they had something in their story about, I can't remember. They had something in their story about who pays for that. And I think it's maybe either, I wish I remember, but it's either Learfield pays for it or they share it. I can't remember if the university and Learfield share the cost of that. But yeah, that's a significant, like when you think about it, it's not, I hadn't thought about it either. It's not just the name outside. There's, any sort of sign inside that tells you, the restrooms are this way, this section is that way. Like that has the name on it. You got to change those. You got to get all that stuff ordered, hung up. I don't know who you hire to bring that. I don't know what construction company you get to do the crane that you've got to put over the building because that name on the outside is so high. You got to get all that stuff made. It's stuff I just would have never thought about.
Christina Long, WholeHogSports.com, covering the story of the stadium naming rights. And this is I hope I don't throw you a complete curveball here, but you've been covering the board meetings. You've covered this. You have sort of a view from being behind the scenes a little bit, just because you're covering it all that maybe some of us don't have. And I wonder just your thoughts on what's happened here the last several months as Arkansas has tried to make itself more financially viable or competitive in the league. How would you describe what you've been covering on that front?
There is a lot. They're coming at it from a lot of different angles. Like you mentioned, there's these board of trustees sort of moves, which I know people's eyes glaze over when they hear board of trustees, but they have made this commitment to basically saving a bunch of money that they were spending with campus, or that campus is now taking on the cost of some things that athletics was having to pay for, like the band or something like that. So there's a bunch that's going to increase the athletics department budget through some cost savings. So that's a big part of it. The board also mandated a fundraising goal specifically for football every year. So there's kind of all those angles. There's also the Tyson jersey patch deal. I mean, that is a big deal, and that is something that I think Arkansas rightly has drawn some criticism for being a little bit slow on the uptake, particularly when it came to NIL and kind of the blunders that there have been with their, when it was a collective and now we've got this other thing, and there's kind of all these moves that have been made with their NIL infrastructure. And I think there's been an idea that Arkansas tends to be behind on these things because they were behind on that. And I actually think what's interesting is that, they were ahead on the jersey patch deal. They were behind on the stadium because that name has been on the building by the time they get the new name up there, it'll be 3 years that they haven't actually been getting money for the name on the building. So they are kind of behind on that. But I do think that we're seeing a little bit more kind of proactive action be taken, which I think is interesting. And they're coming at it from a lot of different angles. And, Hunter Nurchek has described it as, you've got to find levers to pull. And I do feel like they have found several different levers that they can pull. And I think it's been interesting to track all of the different ways you can do that. Some of it is, stadium naming rights is one of the biggest pieces of revenue that you can have. They're going to have one of the, probably the biggest is your multimedia rights deal. they're going to have a new one in the next couple of years. Their deal with Learfield expires maybe at the end of 27, 28. I can't remember. They're right now exploring, they're talking to Learfield and they're talking to some of Learfield's competitors trying to get the best possible deal they can get for that. That's a huge infusion of money that's coming. You know, Henry Yurchek, this is another thing that makes people's eyes glaze over, but he mentions it always because it's important. There's like some debt service stuff that's going on. There's some debt that's going to roll off in the next couple of years that's going to help their budget and that kind of thing. So there's a lot in the mix here, and I think that you're seeing they've been behind on some things, but they've been proactive about some other things. And I think there's a perception that they're behind on everything, and they definitely are on some things, but not on everything.
Christina Long, great job, as always.
Thank you, Christina.
Thanks for coming on, WholeHogSports.com. You can read her story there. Matt Jones had a commentary piece there. The two of those can catch you up on everything you need to know as it relates to the stadium rights and the fundraising efforts that continue at Arkansas. Christina, thank you.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
You bet. Always enjoy it.
Let me clarify one thing here. There very likely will be some sort of Community America signage within the stadium, and it may be near the home of the Razorbacks stuff, but that's not coming down. The home of the Razorbacks will stay. There may be some things added to it, but home of the Razorbacks will stay.
7:49. Good morning. Do you have more opinions today? Do you have more things that we haven't gotten to?
Hell yeah, brother.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because
Well, that's all I wanted to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At Paschal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Paschal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopaschal.com to schedule.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. When you win, you get to say anything you want. That's what sucks. When you don't win, the other guys get to say anything they want, and you just got to take it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, so the stadium's announced. The rights are there. The name's there. What is the nickname going to be? Community America Razorback Stadium. The community.
Is it as...
It's the community.
You can't really say Cars. Cars doesn't sound right.
No, those are the initials.
Yeah, that's just, it's too
Yeah,
easy.
but it'll be great for that classic car show that they throw out there.
Hey.
Oh, wow, I hadn't thought about that.
One of the challenges you have with all the fundraising that's going on is everybody's got their, you can have as many fundraisers and bake sales and car shows and stadium rights and everything you want. But it's interesting to me. We still have this thing, guys, where it's where do you want to give the money? Where do you want the money to go? Softball, baseball, basketball, football, and all of these coaches are having to compete for their own dollars to try to compete at in the SEC track at a high level.
That's one of the challenges of the modern athletic director, I would think. The modern day athletic director is there's only so much to go around. We know what the cash cows are. We know what's bringing in money, and we know what's not bringing in money. And it's not as though they are not rooting for one another. They are, but they're also, they want their share. They want their piece of the pie. And in some departments nationwide, I mean, you look at some of them and you kind of wonder, is there not some bickering going on here and there?
We'll get into all of it, including a recap of the draft. 2 more Razorbacks, Malik Thomas and Trevin Brazile, picked in the second round last night. You can catch Chuck and Bo on demand. It's driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. 5 great brands, including Chevy, where Chuck got his truck.
That's right. Great brands. Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. Great pre-owned selection. They treat you right. Been doing it for over 25 years, as a matter of fact.
Drive with confidence. And catch Chuck and Bo on demand wherever you get podcasts and our YouTube channel. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club at Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. And members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool and a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation. And for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club at Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
This is Chuck Barrett, and I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye Associates for my recent cataract surgery. They took great care of me. You have to have good vision to be the voice of the Razorback, and I'm glad I trusted my eyes to McDonald Eye. I learned patients of all ages have a lot of options when it comes to modern surgery to reduce or even eliminate your eyeglasses. They've been taking care of patients for over 50 years, and that says a lot. So for your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
And Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
We want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Oh, I don't want Lane Kiffin at LSU. I want weird stuff going on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, And having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Are you or a loved one struggling with addiction? There is hope. John 316 Ministries is a free, faith-based 501c3 program that has helped more than 3,000 people transform their lives over the past 23 years. This long-term inpatient program includes lodging, counseling, medical care, and job training, all at no cost to you. In a period of 6 months to a year, you could graduate with a trade, a purpose, and a fresh start. A spiritual boot camp for men and a safe refuge for women. Log into john316thecure.com.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate for complexity you can taste. A spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available in select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I think it was Saturday. I went to go get something for lunch, right? And I went to a local establishment that has a drive-through. I wanted a cheese. Right?
Is it a fast food place, or they just have a to-go lane?
No, I mean it's a drive-through.
It's a drive-through, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-through. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Mark. They called you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." So I was like, "Well, we're off to a rip-roaring start here."
Did you say clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that. Almost $15, not quite 15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change or like, putting it in the cash register, whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change, or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah. And your response was?
$5 and something at the drive-through.
What'd you say?
I said, "Well, I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said,
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change. Yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like,
He wanted his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-through. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What if this is going to sound really horrible, and I apologize, I don't mean to be mean, but what if you could get an extra year of eligibility by getting a judge to give you a temporary injunction because you played for Chad Morris at Arkansas?
Yeah, you wouldn't have to leave town.
No.
Yes, Washington County, you could find a judge that says, "You know what, I agree with you, I would like those 2 years back as a fan too."
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking. You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, though.
Cheats, steals.
It's a real talk show.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, Bo, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
With the 34th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Malik Thomas from the University of Arkansas.
Yeah, he comes off the board, didn't take too long last night, and had this to say.
The work's going to show for itself. So in due time, everybody going to wake up and realize.
And then TB went right after him.
Realize, yeah.
They're going to wake up and realize. Fourth pick in the second round, Malik Thomas. And then the fifth pick of the second round, which had to be higher than anybody, had TB going. And after figuring out all the trade stuff, we've determined that Malik Thomas is going to the Cavs and Trevin Brazil is going to the Denver Nuggets.
I think it's good.
Cleveland and Denver.
Good landing spots for both of them. Those are good organizations. Been around a long time, solid, good management. They got a playoff culture. They're not going to be called upon to come in and save the franchise. So I think for both of them, very, very good spots to go.
Wish them well, obviously. So 3 Razorbacks drafted in the 26 NBA draft. Rod's on I-40. Rod has been on hold for a while, and I think Rod called in to talk about smoking.
Yeah, you know, I'm a little older. I'm 67, and you know, I can remember the 60s. And my football coach, he didn't just walk a mile to smoke a Camel. He walked a mile while smoking a Camel. And you know, everybody pretty much smoked. They had a smoking area at the end of the school, the west end of the school, for all the kids that smoked. And
we had a smoking pit in my high school.
Oh yeah, yeah. And while I went to the dentist, he worked on my teeth. I had a real bad set of roots. He told me. He said,
"This is
good
true.
news
I had this happen too."
Yeah, good news is I'm done with you for the day. The bad news is, and he lit a cigarette. He goes, "You won't have a tooth one left by the time you're 40."
Yeah, well.
And he's sitting there, the nitrous bottles on the right, and I'm thinking it says, you know, flammable, explosive. It's marked on the thing, and I'm like, I'm not sure I want to be here right now. You know what I mean?
We didn't know any better back then. It's perfectly normal.
You know, that the little triangle, the diamond-shaped sticker kind of gave it all away that said explosive. But that's all right. You know, I lived. I got out of there as quick as I could, but I lived. But everybody seemed, my mom and dad smoked like freight trains. I probably smoked a quarter pack a day. Never lit a one in my life, right?
We are down the smoke.
I mean, the second-hand smoke, third-hand smoke, fourth-hand smoke. You know, it was all over the place. It's like you open the windows, oh, God, fresh air, right? You know. So we all chewed tobacco pretty much. The ones that didn't smoke. So I started chewing about the time I was 13. It was legal. You could buy it then. Skull was 36 cents a can. It was no big deal, right? So
stream.
Yeah, it was a whole different world back.
Stream of smoking consciousness.
That's right.
A stream of nicotine consciousness. Thank you, Rod, for taking us down smoking lane. We appreciate that. Lane in Cave City. Tough act to follow, Lane.
That's
you
a
can
tough
try.
act. What's up, man?
Yeah, that's a tough one to follow. But I just wanted to, so, and of course, I try to ignore social media because it just makes me mad most of the time looking at some stuff on there. But you all talked about some of the people griping about the stadium name. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, you know, I wouldn't have cared if Hunter Yurchek would brought Miss Mona Stangley up there and named it, you know, Razorback Stadium and the Chicken Ranch. You know, as long as it's helping us win and put more money into our budget, I don't understand what anybody could be mad about, because like Chuck always says, winning cures all. And I think that's the biggest deal right now with our football program. Like you was saying, Mr. Bo, it seems like it brings out the negative in all Arkansas. Well, when you lost as much as we have over the last decade, that usually tends to happen. Yeah. But that's all I was wanting to say, guys. I appreciate y'all taking my call. Enjoy the show.
I appreciate it, Lane. Thank you.
I just think everyone has to, again, keep in mind what advertising is. We all become conditioned. I'm from a small town in Arkansas, and most of the people listening to this show, I would imagine, originally are from small towns in Arkansas. When we went to a high school football game on a Friday night, whether it was the scoreboard, sign at the end of the field, radio broadcast, you'd always have like a First National Bank or, you know, whatever the prominent business was in town, car dealership. You know, you would always have them as your advertisers because They were doing it for the kids. You know, they were supporting the town. That's not how naming rights for football stadiums at the big-time level works. This is advertising. There's absolutely zero reason for Walmart, Tyson, J.B. Hunt. There's no reason for them to put their name on this stadium. They gain nothing as a business. Everybody knows who they are. You know, everyone knows everything about them. But advertising is about making people aware of your business that might not otherwise be aware. That's the essence of advertising. That's what Community America is doing. They're moving into Arkansas. They are moving into Texas. Just for the same reason SoFi sponsored that stadium out there in Los Angeles. How many of you knew that Pauley Pavilion was sponsored by a company called Westcom? I had no idea about that. UCLA's basketball. I had no idea about this stuff. The point is, these companies, in this case Community America, they are expanding their business and they want people to know about them. And in the case of Arkansas, there's no better brand to attach yourself to than the Razorbacks. This is advertising. This is not being done out of the goodness of anybody's heart. It's not being done to support the kids, as it would be in our hometowns. This is big business, multi-million-dollar business. There has to be a return on the investment when you do something like this. And that's why they're doing it. And it's why it makes sense if you really stop and think about it.
Yeah, and it's also why I think one of the big reasons the stadium wasn't named earlier.
Yes.
Because you go inside of Arkansas, and it didn't make sense for people.
That's right.
Inside of Arkansas.
And a lot of these are publicly traded companies, too. It's not as though, you know, I don't know all the ins and outs, but I suspect that Tyson logo, a lot of that's, you know, Tyson's money, you know, his money, as opposed to company money. I don't know that, and I don't want to speak out of turn. But my point is like, companies can't just decide, hey, I'm going to donate a bunch of money and we're going to you've got to have approval of your people. And if I was a Walmart person, I'd be against it because there's no reason to do it.
We're also in an era of time where money and all the things that money needs to go towards is infinitely more than it ever has been. Your budget is bigger and needs to be bigger than it's ever been. So, you know, just NIL and the rev share, and you just go on down the line. You're trying to support all your programs. Nobody, as an athletic director or a fundraiser, in the history of Arkansas athletics, has been in a position where they need to ask for more than they're asking for right now. And it's like sometimes you don't even know where the end of it is. And so now, if you're going inside the state to ask these people for money to put on the stadium, most of the people they have asked are giving towards something else already.
That's right.
So this one, you know, you can't get Community America to give to the $200 million Land of Opportunity Fund that the campus started. You can get J.B. Hunt,
right,
John L. Hunt, to do that. Yeah. She would rather do that than put her name on the stadium. But Community America, that the reason you go outside of the state is to go get something where somebody actually wants to plant their flag and wants to do advertising, which if you think about it, it makes more sense that it would be somebody like that than the obvious, quote, obvious choice, which would be one of these pillars of Arkansas.
You and I both know there's not a single person that advertises on this show that just does it out of the goodness of their heart. There's nobody that does any kind of advertising out there, you know, on a large scale level that just does it to be benevolent. There's got to be a return on that investment. This is a business transaction. And sometimes we have trouble separating that.
Well, we want Arkansas to just, we're used to, the old model of college athletics was that.
That's right.
It was
fair enough.
It was
fair enough.
And now we're asking for so much more that there are ROI opportunities, and the people that are in it for ROI, it has to make sense on that level. This was one of those examples of that. It's funny. I don't think that people are really even complaining about this. Like, I know some people are. But again, I think what we have going on right now is we just have we have a downtrodden fan base.
When it comes to football.
Yes. Well, that's so true, and it's so prevalent in terms of it being the overriding thing that's pushing negative feelings. Like, I don't really, like, however you feel about Hunter Yurachek at this point in the game, I'm not sure there's a single Razorback fan that can be objective about anything Hunter does. He's been here for 10 years, and you either like him or you don't, and every decision that's made, you give an opinion through the lens of whether you like him or not. You're not objectively looking at anything he's doing at this point. I really believe that. I mean, some of the things he gets criticized for, and I'm not saying he shouldn't be criticized about things. I'm not here to defend him. I'm just saying he's getting criticized for every single thing he does by some people. They've never raised more money. They've had back-to-back record fundraising years. They've been working on this thing. They finally get it done. And then there's criticism about that. Listen, this is a no fun time. When you go through a era of massive change and you're in leadership, that is a no fun time to navigate those waters. That is a difficult spot to be in.
Well, it's a virtually impossible position right now. And again, as you said, he doesn't need me or you or anybody else to defend him. But in this particular instance, I'm not even talking about anything else. In this particular instance, this is how stadium naming rights work. I mean, this is how it works. Kroger's not sponsoring Kentucky Stadium, with the idea that, or with any idea other than we want more people to come to Kroger. I mean, that's why they're doing it.
I do love a Kroger.
Well, I like a good Kroger too. But, that's the point.
Just saying.
Maybe they should have done it. Maybe I don't think they can get here. I don't think they
It's
can.
a good Kroger in Conway.
Yeah?
I love a good
Kroger's big in Central Arkansas.
That's right.
It's big in Central Arkansas.
It's really big in Memphis.
Yeah.
What other grocery stores do you like, Bart?
I like a Publix.
Yeah.
I like
Publix is great.
Publix is outstanding.
Trader Joe's.
An
you get Trader Joe's.
HEB is great. Trader Joe's is great.
Yeah.
I would take any of them here.
You don't realize what we have in Walmart, do you?
You don't. Publix, and I like Publix
I do
too.
I'm a big Publix fan.
Publix is such a good store. They make you not even notice that you're paying way more than you ought to be paying. I mean, you don't even notice that you're getting ripped off.
No,
it's true.
It's absolutely true.
It is absolutely true, and I like Publix too.
Kroger's fine. I'd love a Kroger.
I'm a big Aldi fan. We shop there every week.
Yeah.
Aldi.
Aldi's underrated.
Very affordable.
Yeah, underrated. It is. What to Watch is brought to you by Macadoodles. I heard the World Cup is tonight. We're going to try to confirm that with Bart here momentarily. Macadoodles is always there to help with your watch parties or any big event you have going on, or just to stock up, for the weekend or whatever you're doing. It's just a great store. It's a great shopping experience. They want to give you more than you expect as a customer. That's Roger's expectation. That's what Roger Gildehouse built Macadoodles on nearly 30 years ago. The original store right there just north of Bella Vista. They also have Guess Who in Bentonville. Macadoodles has a great selection. And Wednesdays are Wine Down Wednesday. Every bottle of wine in the store, 15% off. But you can get a great deal all the time. Competitive pricing across the board. Great selection, unparalleled, unrivaled selections that you'll get at Macadoodles. If you're looking for it, if it's hard to get, they'll have it. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista and Pineville, and at Guess Who in Bentonville. All right, Bart, what are we watching today on television? Tonight, whenever?
The World Cup, 6 matches today, highlighted by the United States and Turkey at 9 o'clock on Fox. The U.S., of course, has already won the group. I still expect them to put out a strong squad tonight against Turkey. Mauricio Pochettino, the head coach, has already confirmed that everybody who's on a yellow card isn't going to play. Bad vibes. I don't like this. I don't like this playing today. I don't like this playing. I care.
You've already won.
I care. You want to keep winning. You want to keep winning. You want to send Turkey home?
I just want him to play this song.
Drop the beat.
Yes.
So that is that.
I don't know. Might be going for turkey tonight.
Oh, those World Cup people. They're fun. They're fun. I like them.
Bring them back. Bring them back to life. Play Timmy Trumpet.
All right, continue, Bart.
Back on track.
So anyway, the U.S. and Turkey tonight at 9 on Fox.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
U.S. and Turkey tonight at 9 on Fox.
Fox.
Action starts at 3 o'clock
Talk
today.
louder, Bart. I can't hear you.
Whatever.
Keep going, Bart. Keep going. What do you have? What do you have, Bart?
Well, I was born in a party in a barn with a guitar strapped across my
Goodbye. Goodbye. This is the worst song ever recorded.
Get to the best part of the song. The second best part of the song.
Oh, man, that's Chevy and Fable situation.
I'm sorry. If you enjoy this song, I question your judgment and everything.
They're eating the pet.
Like that is the
Bart, you speak like you're the only smart man breathing.
I take that as a compliment, I think.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate for complexity you can taste. A spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available in select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
At Paschal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Paschal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopaschal.com to schedule. Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acura, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
People were so excited about just our showing up when we said we were going to show up, calling them back. When we gave them a price, the price didn't change throughout the job. The price was what the price was. And so that experience that I've got in the years that I've been in customer service has taught me that if you could just keep your word, people will keep coming back.
It's what Clay Maxey and the people of Teamwork Roofing and Construction are all about. Learn more at teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. Blakeman's isn't just where Arkansas gets engaged. It's where you go to have a wonderful experience.
Every touch point matters. And I think what we show off best is Cafe B. It's Onyx Coffee by Blakeman's. Cafe B, we're offering the best coffee in the country, complimentary. I feel so fortunate to be able to go to work there every day. Big windows, the open lighting, the warm environment, and again, the cafe. It's the best.
Blakeman's, where every day is a diamond. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Some people love U of A sports more than their spouse.
Some do.
Let's not name that person.
Oh, I don't think it's a short list. Just so we're clear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart, did you want to continue?
No.
What to watch?
No, not anymore.
I mean, there's so many World Cup games. I just can't.
Well, there are going to be
What's
some
the
really
best
good ones
game
today.
of the day? I mean, just in terms of matchup, what's the best game of the day?
Maybe Germany and Ecuador. Ecuador really needs a win. I think Curacao and the Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, is a really interesting.
Cote d'Ivoire?
Yeah.
Is a really good matchup because.
Could you say that again?
Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
The next time I go to Mexico, I'm taking Bart with me.
That's not Spanish, by the way.
I wasn't.
You imbecile. How do you say that?
I
in
wasn't.
Spanish?
I wasn't inferring
That's not
that it
appropriate
was
for air.
or wasn't Spanish. I was just
I
thinking about
know.
taking Bart to Mexico
I
and having him
know.
talk to people. What was it?
Cote d'Ivoire.
What is it?
Ivory
Pig
Coast.
Latin.
Ivory Coast. No.
No, what
it's-
language?
Yeah,
It's
what's
French.
the language? French.
Okay.
French.
They speak French in
You're
the
an imbecile too, man.
Is
Cote d'Ivoire.
French the predominant language of the
do you
Ivory
have to-
Coast?
yeah.
Is it?
Why do you got to say it after just calling them the Ivory Coast?
Well, because I wanted to be
Canada.
correct because FIFA refers to them as Cote d'Ivoire. In fact, everybody except us refers to them.
Well, it's
by
important
their,
to be FIFA
by
approved.
Every country in the world
Yeah.
So,
calls them
do you know any?
by their proper name.
What's Turkey's language?
That's the official language of Turkey. There it is, right there.
What is it? What is it?
That's it.
Could you play more of it, please? Yes. There it is. One more. Come on. I'm starting to get to know it.
I like it.
What's it? What is he saying?
Well, it's saying Turkey, which is the name, the official name of the country
Turkey.
in Turkish.
Oh.
So it's Turkish.
Yes.
That's
What
the
instrument is
national
this?
language. Yeah, what
That's
is
not
that?
a trumpet.
I thought it was a clarinet.
Sounds like a woodwind.
Yeah, it's definitely some sort of woodwind.
Some kind of reed instrument.
Might be a little saxophone.
What's this right here? What instruments are these?
What were they saying right there?
I don't know.
Can you translate it in real time for
I
us, Bart?
don't know Turkish.
Just do it in Spanish.
I don't know what they're
Just make up your own words in Spanish. Come on.
Ad lib a little bit, Bart. Freestyle.
Freestyle for us in Spanish.
What was that right there? What was he saying?
taking tomorrow off.
Well, yeah, you're watching a game at 9 o'clock tonight. Of course you are. And there's a Warfield whiskey.
We got a whiskey
this
tasting today
afternoon.
at 3:30, man. Today's a big day.
Play Timmy Trumpet. Would you please?
I love Timmy Trumpet. I just can't help it.
Somebody said it's a number 3 song on Spotify.
This puts me in a good mood. We need our own special mix.
I think this should just be like the open to the show.
Let's let it run.
Why not?
Let it run.
Yes. Ready. Now we're ready.
All right, set to go. I
Now
love
what?
it.
Now what do you want to do, Bart?
Where are we going now, Bart?
Wherever you want.
When we come back, we'll hear from Hunter Yurachek on the stadium. We haven't heard from him yet. We'll play some thoughts from Hunter Yurachek yesterday announcing the new stadium rights. Malik Thomas and Trevin Brazil went 34th and 35th to teams that they didn't end up going to. They were traded picks.
Everyone was traded.
Malik is going to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Trevin Brazil to the Denver Nuggets. If you haven't heard yet, Razorback Stadium will now be named Community America Razorback Stadium. Arkansas got a baseball commitment yesterday from right-handed pitcher Chris Diaz from Florida Gulf Coast. The portal continues. And Arkansas basketball team learned its opponents and game locations for the 26-27 SEC season earlier this week. Times, dates, television assignments will be announced at a later date. The Razorbacks have 3 home-and-home opponents. We'll go 2 and have Missouri here, 2 and have LSU here, and 2 and have Alabama here.
Yeah, LSU and Mizzou are permanent home and homes, and the other rotates. Last year it was Texas. This year it's Alabama. So you got 3 home and homes and then 12 that you play once.
Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold is facing multiple felony charges after he was arrested Wednesday in Tampa in connection with a robbery and kidnapping in early February. Bart Pullman's in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. What happened?
I have a question. How do you, commit a robbery and a kidnapping in February and you don't get charged until July?
Well, police previously arrested 6 other individuals involved in the targeted
It
armed
sounds
robbery.
like a lot going on. What happened?
Basically, it turns out that Terrion Arnold was the mastermind behind the whole thing.
He wasn't just in the wrong place at the wrong
according
time.
to
Huh?
the,
It was his
the
plan,
report.
huh?
It
Who'd
was,
they
it was his
kidnap?
plan. Let's see. It says targeted armed robbery took place shortly after midnight on February 4th.
Did they
during
bring
which
them back?
3 male victims were pistol whipped, held at gunpoint, and robbed, according to police. Police say that Arnold was the primary conspirator accused of coordinating and directing the co-defendants to lure the 3 men to an apartment where the assault occurred, according to a release from the state's attorney office.
So somebody planned a butt whooping for somebody and it turned into something.
Terrion Arnold was the mastermind,
Correct.
but it doesn't sound like he was the one doing the actual pistol whipping.
And the police the police report says that somebody live streamed it for him so he could watch the plan unfold.
He's like Gus Fring.
What?
That's according to the reports, the police reports.
I
Yeah.
had no idea. It's
My
not funny,
God.
but
No, that's terrible.
Jeez.
So he's being charged with crimes that that carry a sentence of up to life in prison. So I don't
You think
know.
he's done playing football?
Yeah, kind of. I
career's
would
over.
kind of assume that his NFL playing days are behind
That's
him.
just insane.
Cross him off the 2 deep.
Yeah.
New depth chart in Detroit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow,
Man.
that's a bad deal.
Why couldn't he just do an Applebee's commercial like his coach?
Yeah, well,
You know? Do that. What a deal. All right, well.
never
all right.
too late to make the right decision unless it is.
Well, you can still make the right
He's
decision.
past the
It's
point,
too late
though.
for some things at that point.
He will not do it as a free man, though, apparently. Not for a while.
If you're looking for a place to watch the World Cup game tonight, I heard we play tonight. Is that right?
9 o'clock on Fox.
Who do we
United
play?
States against
We
Turkey.
play Turkey.
Turkey.
On
Fox.
It's on Fox.
Fox.
Yes.
Turkey A? Like the
Yeah.
song said, Turkey A? Okay.
Will we hear the song tonight at any point, like during
Probably
the
not.
broadcast?
Do they play that?
No, it's a fan-made AI anthem. So no.
Can't imagine that you will.
No.
It's a good one.
Then I'm not staying up.
Okay.
That's where Doug would stay up.
You could
I was
play
gonna
it like
stay
off
up for
your
that
phone in the
song.
living room.
Yeah, but then I'd get fired up. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep. it's
Be up all
it's
night.
going to be hard enough knowing there's a soccer game on and I'm missing it.
That's true.
So,
I got to get this on my ringtone, man. That Timmy Trumpet.
Timmy Trumpet's the
That's
answer.
so
man.
good.
I mean,
I
that
mean, it
is
just
the.
puts
I
you in
mean,
a
it
good
is the
mood.
mood elevator right there.
That's a great word for it.
Yeah.
Walk-Ons has more than 60 televisions at every location, made from scratch food. I mean, their food's fantastic. You know, the burgers are great, but they got steak and they got Cajun Dillas and they've got just, I mean, wonderful appetizers, etc. And people
People in the hall
cetera.
talking and bar just charge.
Well, like
charge.
there's a studio in an office building.
Yeah.
Okay, and we don't shut the door.
Generally,
And-
we're the loud
Well,
ones.
we're the only ones in here until it's about this time of day. But every once in a while, when people roll in here talking, Bart acts like they should know and they should shut up when they come in the building. But we don't close the door.
We need a big on-air red sign out there. On air.
Can you just make one out of cardboard and put it down there at the bottom of the steps?
Inside voices.
Play Bart's song one more time, will you? Just no, the Hank Williams.
No.
Take us to a
No.
break.
Just the very beginning.
I will
Take us to a
leave.
break.
I will
Just the
leave
very-
if you play that.
Just the very beginning of
We
it.
don't want Bart to leave.
Just the very beginning of it. Just the very.
Just the oink, oink, oink.
Just the part.
Well, I was born at a party in a barn.
That's all I needed to hear right there.
Party in a bar.
It's just a reminder of who you are. 8:34, Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
You can tell I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Parts.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astro Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Kids, there's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Still searching for the perfect summer getaway? Mountain Home Arkansas might just be your answer. Wake up in the Ozark Hills. Hit the White River at sunrise. World-class fishing, hiking, trails, kayaking, and when the sun goes down, it's the kind of quiet you forgot existed. 2 lakes, 1 great town. All right here in the Arkansas Ozarks. Check it out at enjoymountainhome.com. Mountain Home Arkansas, where the outdoors is a way of life.
If fresh seafood is calling your name, Fish City Grill in Rogers has been answering for 20 years. Just check the chalkboard. Fresh fish comes in daily, and the specials are always worth a look. Crawfish season is rolling. The raw oysters are as good as you'll find anywhere in Arkansas, and happy hour runs Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. It's locally owned and worth every visit. It's Fish City Grill in Rogers, near the Pinnacle Hills Promenade.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Favorite Razorback from the Chad Morris era. Let's do that. We're doing random Razorbacks today. And Dionisio Gomez has the lead. He's the leader in the clubhouse. He is the Razorback of the day.
Brutal.
And we're going to look for your favorite Razorback during the Chad Morris era. Was it Ty Story when he came back with Western Kentucky?
It might have been. It was the loudest cheer of those 2 years was when Ty Story
I think
came
the crowd was actually rooting for Ty Story in Western Kentucky.
Where's Duval Wally?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Was
Who was a running back in the Chad Morris era? Do we remember any of this? Rakeem Boyd.
That's the only person.
Wow, from junior college.
Because
From
Devois
Notch
Whaley
James
he was a Bielema guy, right?
No, he played 1 year with Morris.
Did he?
He played the
Okay.
same year.
Most people did.
Yeah.
Most people played 1 year with Morris. Name the quarterback room for the Chad Morris era. How about that?
Cole Kelly,
Nick
Ty
Starkle.
Story, Nick Starkle, Ben Hicks throws picks.
Ben Hicks. You don't have to take shots at people.
Golly, Bart, come on. I mean,
Connor
he did his
Nolan,
best,
Connor Nolan, John Steven Jones,
That's right.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's like 8 quarterbacks.
and none of them won an SEC
Yeah, none of them
game.
panned out, did they?
Jack Lindsay.
Connor Nolan.
Jack Lindsay played, yeah. That's right.
Connor Nolan's in,
Now,
in
did Jack
AAA.
play for Lunny? Did Lindsay start when Lunny had taken over?
That's a good question.
I don't recall exactly. I think Lunny might have been the interim then.
Yeah.
Better interim coach. Barry Lunny Jr., John L. Smith.
Well, people have done worse than 4-8. I think it should be probably noted there. I mean, John L. That was not a great year, but people have done
But he
worse.
sure was. He sure
people
was
have done
entertaining.
worse.
Never miss a moment of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Watch us on YouTube, Twitter, every weekday, or stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
It's a lot easier to take shots than to actually come up with a solution. And lots of people are good at taking shots.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oh, it's Thursday. I think the World Cup games tonight. U.S., we playing tonight? We play Turkey, 9 o'clock, Fox. So Bart doesn't want-
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, well, you don't have to. You've been telling us all week. Hunter Yurchek, a little bit of his reaction to the announcement yesterday of the stadium rights being purchased by Community America. Here is the athletic director.
Exciting day for our athletic program and our university to be named Donald W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium, and what an incredible partner that we have found in Community America Credit Union. It was important for them to plant their flag here in Northwest Arkansas and the state of Arkansas as they continue to build their presence in our state. It is a significant financial enhancement to our athletic department budget, and 76,000 seats here. Some of the competitors in the SEC, and they have over 100,000 seats, and so we have to make sure that we're using every revenue stream that we can. It would be unbelievable if I told you the process to change out every single sign in this venue. You have to get cranes in here. It's about a 9 to 12 month process just to change the incredible amount of signage. It's a competitive advantage for us to hold those numbers internal. It was a very favorable financial agreement. There's a carve out for NIL. Obviously, NIL is very important to us, and I think it's important to Community America for the NIL aspect to start in the first year of the contract.
People want to know how much it's worth. That's what all anybody seems to want to know about, which is interesting. And I will tell you this. I can tell you this beyond a shadow of a doubt, 100% authentically true right here. It's more than they had. If somebody walks up to you today and they gripe about this, just look at them and say, it's a win, and walk off. It's a win.
It is a win.
It's a win. It's more than they had, and it's probably not the highest end of figures quoted. It's definitely not the lowest of figures quoted. But this is not a loss.
When someone is going to pay you millions of dollars, you're going to slap their name up on the side of one of your buildings. And I mean, you're going to put some other stuff in it too, but they're paying you many millions of dollars. And that's a good deal.
That's a good business deal. It's yes. And by the way, it's the other part of this that is somewhat comical to me, and I get where the frustration that people come from this. And by the way, I'm not talking about just the stadium part of it, but this is like the latest iteration. We all act like everything's so easy, you know. Everything but our own job is the easiest thing. It's just so simple.
It could be very easily fixed.
It could just be easily fixed. But when it comes to your own job, my own job, it's just a little bit harder if it's our job. But that job, I mean, shoot, I could do that. I could just walk down the street and I could just talk to all these people that, you know, love Arkansas, and we just have this thing done.
You find out when you start asking people for money.
Again and again and again and again.
When you start asking people for money, it's not as though the good nature and all that stuff just goes out the window, but you better have good answers to tough questions because you're asking people for money. And it's not to be moved into lightly. And sometimes, again, people, as you say, they think it's a simple process, and it's not. You know, if it was, there would never be a business go under.
I'd just say it's a win. And I think the millions plural is the right way to describe the value of what this is. And good, like another step in the right direction. Look, there's all kind of things that need to be fixed, and it's not just here; it's all over college athletics, and we definitely are behind on some things. I think,
but that doesn't make this a bad deal.
That's exactly right.
You know, that's the thing. People say, "Well, they didn't do this, they didn't do that." That doesn't make this a bad deal.
We are behind on some things in terms of catching up with what other people are spending on their football programs and all that. And that's definitely true. Okay. But the other thing that has to be true is, what are you going to do about it now? What are you going to do about it now? And all you can do is get after it. And they're getting after it. We've talked about that. They've got more resources, more money in football. They still don't have enough, but they've got more than they've had. And that's got to continue to grow. And tough decisions are going to have to be made. But we are we sometimes in this state, we are such a great state, and then sometimes we just fight ourselves. Like, it's just crazy how we fight ourselves. And that's part of what has to change. And I know everybody's like, well, I'll change when they change or this changes. But like, you, in the meantime, fighting about it and just complaining about everything, in my view, doesn't help anything.
I think this will blow over.
Oh, the stadium thing's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, this thing, this isn't even controversy.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, there's nothing controversial about it.
I agree with what you're saying.
I think there's some explanation that we've tried to deliver today. But
I think big picture, though, you're right.
Yeah, but I mean, the athletic department, they're doing things that they've been asked to do, right? And this is just the stadium thing's another example of not asking somebody else just to give their money. I mean, that's what we've heard over and over. I'm tired of people just asking for money. This is not that. You know, this is the opposite of that.
Yeah.
But you know, all you can do is play catch up, which is what I think they've made some strides in doing that, and they got a ways to go. Nelson's in Harrison. Nelson, good morning.
Guys, this is a win. And the reason it's a win is because this company is trying to get their feet set in Northwest Arkansas. The name of it is Community America. What else could you want on the side of your building there? I mean, Community America Razorback Stadium. And these people are not going to come in here, just like the 100-year-old Chuck said. They're not going to come in here, throw their name up there, and be gone. These people are going to come in here. They're going to work. They're going to be involved in the community. This is going to be great for Fayetteville, for Razorback sports. And the NIL stuff starts this year. The name will go up next year, but everything starts this year. That's all I want to say, guys. Go Hog. This is a win, and people are just silly and delusional, and they're mad, and they don't even know why they're mad. They just want to be mad.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's what we've
That's
kind of
right.
talked about. 847, good morning. Chuck and Bo Show. He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com.
You know, I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yingling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yingling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly.
You know, see, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At Pascal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Pascal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopascal.com to schedule.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yingling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yingling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
the swearing has really taken over the vocabulary, right? It's lazy, you know.
Well, when you don't know what else to say, you throw that out there.
You just
At least that's been my approach.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, we're about to run out of time. I want to talk to you about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, though. If you're buying or selling a home, as I am doing right now, Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, they need to be your partners. They have been my partners for life. Bo's experienced it. I'll tell you, this is not the easiest process in the world. Sometimes it's smooth, sometimes it's not. Regardless of the situation, you're going to get a pro at Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. They've been doing this since 1978. Washington County, they're in Benton County, they're in Fort Smith, they're in Branson, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com. Bo has transferred his operations into the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room.
This is the best seat in the house.
You have moved across the room into Bart's seat.
I've never
in the
sat
Chevy
over
of
here.
Fayetteville.
This is the best seat in the house. I've never sat here. These headphones, I can hear nothing.
All right.
There's like zero volume coming out of his headphones.
I got a theory I want to test. All right?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question,
Okay.
just a random question. What do you think about Brian Kelly becoming the CBS color commentator on the Mountain West broadcast?
Guy
this
should
year?
never work again. What an absolutely disastrous person for college football. Yeah. The idea of him being in college football is vile. It's preposterous. I mean, clearly CBS doesn't care about its product, or they wouldn't have some washed-up football coach doing the, analysis.
What do you think about the college football playoff?
Preposterous.
I'm telling you, you go in that room and suddenly you're against everything.
Everything just, the
What about Brendan Sorsby? What are your thoughts on Brendan Sorsby?
He's a whiner.
Yeah?
He's entitled. He's a baby. He did the one thing you can't do, Chuck. He did the one thing you can't do. He bet on his sport. He bet on his own games. He bet on his own teammates. The guy should never, ever be able to touch a football. Forget play. He shouldn't be allowed to touch a football again.
What do you think Charles Bediako had for dinner last night?
Ramen. The spicy kind. Where did Bart go?
I don't know. Bart's disappeared.
We had this whole plan.
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes.
And he just
Yeah,
disappeared.
yeah.
What happened? We're
having this whole segment.
I'm over here ripping the whole
He's
world.
ripping the whole
I sat
world.
in your seat. I can't understand how you
See,
can
this
rip
was supposed
everybody
to
from the
happen.
most comfortable spot in the entire studio. Sit down, see what it feels like over there. Let the positivity.
No, come on, sit down.
Let the
Pour yourself a
positivity-
drink.
Now go in on the other side. You go. Well, I got the cord wrapped around the chair. Get in on the other side. Just sit down. Just see if anything positive washes over you. We got 10 seconds. Anything positive to see?
No, I don't like it over here.
What do you think of Brendan Sorsby while you're sitting over there? Give him a chance.
No.
Chuck and Bo Show. We'll try again tomorrow.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal